Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Silver Dice Society.
Hello!
Where we... God, that one scared me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Especially the way, like, hello! Yeah. Like his hair moved and everything. It looked like a wicked witch. Anyway.
New character.
Hands, too. Welcome back. We're going to be going into Veilfall episode 11. The title of the episode, Chasing Rheagor Again. As you can see, he's run away so well he's not even at the table.
I actually just told him to go home. He showed up today, and we were like, you may as well just not be here.
No, he died.
I thought he was in the corner in a hood.
He could be in the corner.
Oh no, he did die.
Is he in the cuck chair in the corner?
Avir died.
Okay.
And now,
Well, maybe we need to talk about what happened last time.
Specifically because she told me not to go to her because she can't remember. What happened last time?
I don't remember.
oh no, do sound effects.
You keep
All
notes?
right.
Valentine, what happened last
Yeah,
time?
because I always
What
remember.
This is the best.
Wait,
We're gonna get the Valentine version of what happened.
But what about the notes?
Well, what happened last time was
I'm so ready for this. Where's my
Rheagor
alcohol?
almost killed a child for stealing from him. He is 2 days away from us. Well, not anymore. But Avir and Lenora were very concerned about the man that I quote-unquote killed outside the Seeker's Lodge, which
Fred.
I definitely did not. Fred was a golem or a simulacrum or something, and he fell apart.
Golly macrum.
He's my friend.
Saw the macros.
Saw your
He
Mac
is
golem.
a bunch of little pieces.
And your brother.
And also, Glass killed a man by handing him a scroll, and he read it, and then he bled through his eyes and died. So, you know, that's the kind of stream that you're here for.
Stream of good.
The kind of campaign you're in for. Actually, it's not usually like that. We eventually did get Glass back with the party, and
commenced
Glass.
the Inquisition
Yeah, so now Glass.
My
of
God.
you.
Avir.
Truly,
yes,
there was an
there was an
Inquisition.
Inquisition of me.
Multitude of clips.
They were. I was trying. I was
There's
trying.
always clips.
It's all good. When you're sitting next to the hag, it's difficult.
How many questions did you actually answer? Oh, young.
I think we should
Anyway,
start
we're gonna go into
D&D is for fantasies fulfillment.
more split
Monday.
from the party a while ago when you guys were on your way over to the lodge and made his way down to the arid. This is
perfect.
Loud.
No, it's awesome.
all right. The arid red stone mountains of the Echoing Canyon.
What's the
And
gate called?
Ruhnavor
Ruhnavor
Gate.
Gate.
Ruhnavor Gate is where you are all currently.
Dope.
So that's where Rheagor was. We made it there.
Sorry?
The gate.
Rheagor was the one who made it to Ruhnavor Gate.
Last episode.
And that is where you guys had managed to travel to.
And that's like the top of the
Just
Echoing
stepped
Canyons,
here.
right?
Just a-
Yes, the top of the Echoing Canyons.
Is it? Sorry,
just
if we're
beneath
looking
the
at the map,
highlands.
there's like a lone mountain, and then there's a clump of trees by lakes. Which
Someone
one is
amongst
it
your
near?
group has a labeled map.
So you have a world map.
I have a world map.
I
Yes,
have a labeled,
he has a labeled map.
Virolith, which is
Oh,
our continent
amazing.
map.
That'll be useful for like one more episode.
And you guys make it into the arid, rocky area of the Echoing Canyons. And as you guys approach, you see the massive line of caravans and carts making their way through, in and out of the Echoing Canyons, past Ruhnavor Gate. And as you get closer and closer, the crowds just get larger and larger. It's about halfway through the afternoon at this point. The air has gotten dry. It's hot. It's beginning to get to that point where it's like unbearably hot. It's a very sunny day. You guys are making your way down. There's tons of people around, and you begin to see these stalls that are popped up. And as it gets closer and closer and the canyon closes in, you see these tapestries hanging between over top. And you round the corner and you see the massive Ruhnavor Gate around the side. People coming in and out, and everybody around. What are you guys doing now that you're here?
Ooh, who here thinks that Rheagor went through the gate and is going to Redstone in order to climb up all those mountains and eventually make his way to the coast?
Probably, but we could probably ask someone. I'm sure he stopped at an inn or some sort of place.
I mean,
Look at this tapestry. Isn't that nice?
What's up with you?
just
This brings me back. This brings me back.
Everything brings you back, apparently.
Well, I mean, you don't share very much, so I'm happy to.
so not that Rheagor wasn't a great traveling companion, But just to double back, why do we specifically need him?
We don't. He needs us.
That's true.
There's
He's gonna die if he remains apart from this group.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
because
Do you guys think he was the target of the?
Oh my God! He was about to answer something.
Boomer?
Damn it!
I have a
I'm
question
sorry.
for the DM.
I wasn't angry at you. I'm angry at the circumstances that this bitch brings up.
I have a question for
Sorry,
the DM.
I take it back again.
I rolled a beautiful nat 20 last session. Has
That you
that
did.
resolved before this point or not yet?
Ooh, good point.
That will resolve in a little bit.
Okay, cool. I just
But-
wanted to know if I had to be working with extra information.
No.
Sorry, I need to also roll because I rested over the. That's a 7.
How many days?
We
did
don't
we
even know what
travel?
it's rolling for.
You travel for 2 days.
2 days. I'm gonna be brewing both days.
Okay.
All right, I want to look. Are there buildings outside the gate? Like, are there inns? Are there anything?
There are no, from what you
Or
can
it's all
see,
through the gate?
there's no buildings at all here.
No
It's
buildings.
all stalls lined up across. Roll me perception.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Lenora's just like hiding under her hood.
Yeah. 12.
12.
Oh yeah, no, hoods are all the rage here.
On a 12,
I don't want to
you
sunburn.
see that the majority of the stalls out here are non-permanent fixtures. There's nothing here built to last. There's people who, you set them up and you're okay with leaving it, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Other than that, you don't really see much in terms of inns or permanent fixtures here that could act as a
Yeah,
building.
I wouldn't ask at any of the stalls because I assume they wouldn't, remember him.
Okay.
He's just another guy in a cloak.
Excuse me.
Fair.
Do you notice how you don't really fit in around here?
I really don't, and I don't care to.
Right. Well, I've learned over time that you shouldn't just blatantly go asking around for people.
I haven't.
But I just saw you do it.
No, I said he specifically didn't. He wasn't gonna ask at the stalls because he didn't think that.
Oh,
They
sorry.
were-
I just noticed you looking around and you're hell bent on Rheagor. Anyways, find an informant.
We're gonna go through these gates, I think.
Are you guys
Yes.
staying in the line?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're in line.
Yeah, it's moving steadily. It's never like a parking lot. You never actually stop. It's moving really slowly.
He stops.
He does stop.
Avir is gonna lean over to Lenora and say, I find it kind of funny that Glass is telling Valentine that he sticks out. Sort of
He's definitely one to talk.
he's quite a bit taller. I mean, tieflings aren't that rare around the
Yeah, but
continent.
Valentine's very shiny. And everyone looks really sketchy around here, so people might try to steal his
Plate armor?
everything.
Possible.
Anyway, it's really sketchy.
I'd rather
Can
they
we-
steal from him than from me, at least.
Can we go? It's really sketchy here.
Everybody roll me perception.
Also, my
Oh.
spines and my scales they're no longer glistening and mosaic-like. When we're coming into town after, there's literally just one milky, cloudy patch of scales. That's it. All of the sheen has gone.
So
Perception.
some sort of skin
9.
disease.
9?
7.
Yeah, his STD isn't
Glass.
flaring up today, is what he's saying.
The
Perception?
sun is good for his STD.
All right.
Valentine, perception?
Valentine
8.
perception. Cool.
Let's hope you get above 10.
Yes.
Yes? All right.
23.
No,
Everybody
you
else
don't
got
fit
below
in
10.
here.
Uh, on a
you
23,
knock it out of the park.
hold on 1 second. On a 23, you see someone who has a long, wide-brimmed hat, dark, black charcoal leather hat, and a poncho very similar to Glasses, but in a darker reddish color, walking by and bumps into Lenora. Excuse me, ma'am, and continues on. But you see him attempt to steal something from her belt.
Do I see him succeed?
You see him go for something. I'm giving you a chance to intervene if you'd like.
Yes, of course, Valentine would. He's going to, because he's already a little bit ahead of Lenora, he's going to attempt to step just out of line, in front of this guy, and he's just gonna put out his shield in front of this guy,
Okay.
and he's gonna say, "Excuse me, I think you picked up something that belongs to the lady back there."
You see your shield gets in just in time, and his hand retreats underneath. Roll me intimidation.
Nice. Nice.
Not nice.
Oh, wait. I was gonna actually ask if I could assist.
Yeah, if you want to assist, what do you do?
Behind. I'm just gonna draw my longsword and just place it over the guy's shoulder.
From behind him?
Yeah, and
Advantage.
just say,
I would love that.
best to pass the word that it's not great to touch other people's belongings, especially in this group.
It's
Okay.
better, but not good.
you
It's a 10.
On a 10? Okay.
Yeah, 5 on the dice.
I hate to say it, but you must be new here. I'll be on my way. I really don't have anything. And he will show that he's got nothing underneath his clothing. His hands are empty.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, I want to
Go for it.
insight.
Yeah.
Insight. Yeah.
Can
Perception,
I
insight?
check myself?
Absolutely, yeah. Investigation.
Check yourself.
I'll give you advantage because it's your body, so you know what's.
It is my body,
Yeah.
yes.
13.
13. That's an insight. On a 13 insight, he seems to be lying to you, but he doesn't have anywhere on him that he can
More?
be hiding anything.
I'm investigating.
Yeah.
For 15.
15?
Wait, no, it was 12, 16, sorry. 16.
16?
My math is bad.
16.
On a 16, you do notice that your dagger is gone. With a 16 investigation, with the long poncho that he has, it's not him that you notice. It's his accomplice that he passed to before he opened up. And they're making their way through the crowd.
Can I head after the accomplice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I still have Pibs?
You do still have Pibs.
Okay, you didn't steal Pibs, good.
Yeah. No. Pibs is constantly like in your hood around your
If I
neck.
see you following someone else, all I'm going to do for this guy is I'm just going to pull my sword out a little bit so it like catches the light so he notices the blade. And I'm going to say, best not try anything then.
Hey, well now. Time's come and gone. These hands are clean now for the rest of the day. You have a good
Until
time.
next time.
Enjoy.
I put the sword back.
And so it begins.
How in a crowd is this person making their way away?
The one who's walking away from you is making a point of sticking to the thicker crowds as much as possible. So as you follow, it's not difficult because you caught on with the 16, so
Yeah.
you can follow him through decently because you're not getting far away.
I'm going to be following him, and as I'm following him, under my cloak, I'm putting a bolt in my crossbow and cocking it.
Okay. He's going towards the gate.
Okay.
As you walk and like just through the crowd and everything, he's not. Oh, does he notice you? He does not notice you. With a 7 on the die. You continue following. Do you try to gain ground to catch up with him before he gets too far away, or are you just kind of keeping distance?
I'm trying to catch up to him.
Okay.
But if I get a point where I think I could make a clear shot at his legs,
Okay.
I would do so.
Make me a perception check as you get closer.
Doesn't have legs. No, I'm kidding. It's a 13. It's a 13.
He is legless. No, just kidding. He's getting closer and closer to the gate. And on a 13, you see that the Vox Pact are more and more numerous the closer to the gate you get, which are the Pact, which are the policemen of the area. The same ones that were from Windhome, the Pact.
Okay.
Did I notice him?
Do I have a chance
Yeah, he left your side immediately.
at taking a leg shot?
Do you want to follow him?
Well, I'm gonna be like, I think that dude with the hat, like, took my dagger, and Avir is gone.
Avir is following the person who has it now. I
Okay.
think we trust him to get it back. Was it a particularly
I mean,
emotionally
I just
important dagger?
need it. It's useful.
Oh, here. I go into my bag, which is now, I'm carrying my bag because I'm so tall. It's now literally strapped up like this.
Smart.
I just keep it up near my neck. And honestly, as I give you a dagger, here's a couple darts. You can throw them as well.
Thank you.
And quite literally, I just wanted to say, as Avir is going off there, this is why I turned my wealth into wearables.
So they're
This is where
more
most of my money
easily
is.
taken.
No, they're less easily taken.
Because they're up there.
They're all here.
In his fanny pack.
He literally took
And
it
the
out
fence.
He literally took it out of my boot, and that's like way down there. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, it is impressive what people get their fingerlies into. Trust me.
You get closer and closer to the
do
Ruhnavor
get a
Gate.
clear shot.
You get a moment where you could take a clear shot.
Yeah, I'll take a shot. Hopefully, like going after his kneecaps.
As you
Jesus.
raise your weapon, he collides with someone else. Like one-on-one, someone who's far larger, or sorry, not far larger, far smaller than him. And then they begin to argue. Do you just shoot him?
Yeah, kneecap.
Okay. Roll me a attack.
Oh my god.
You see,
And as I
this is-
shoot, I'm gonna say like
This is
I'm
how
gonna
it
yell
happens.
like pickpocket and take the shot, so that like like somebody would be making people aware that somebody just pickpocketed from them.
You're watching masters at work.
We're gonna have to fight the entire
It's a
everything.
14.
No, we're on the outside of the gate, actually.
14 hits. Roll me damage.
In addition, this is a great place for you to practice your pickpocketing.
What?
Excuse me.
It's 3 damage and
It's
they're
clearly
slow.
all doable as long as you get away with it.
That's illegal, Glass.
How much
Not
damage?
here.
They're slow. A 3.
3 damage.
Let's watch. We'll see how illegal it is. As I've got my
I should have done something different.
Fanny
Yeah.
Is it too bad to retcon this shot? Is it too late?
Yes, you've already. done
Yeah,
the
that's
damage.
fair. I shot and did damage. That's fair. I realized I should have done something else. My bad. It's been a while since I played this character.
You shoot,
It's like a week.
aiming for the calf,
Every time.
and you yell pickpocket. And a bunch of people's eyes turn and look to you. As you shoot, none of their eyes follow the bolt as it catches this guy in the leg, who collapses to the ground, the one who bumped into him, kind of getting to their feet. Another human, but seemingly pretty young underneath a hood. And
Can I make a perception check about their interaction?
go for
To
it.
see if he passed the dagger off to this other human?
Go for it.
It's a 19.
On a 19, you see that the interaction that happened was not on purpose.
Okay.
The one who had the dagger lost the dagger to the other one, but did not mean to pass it off. They are not friends in any way.
Can I...
It's just a thief
The other
stealing
one
from a
is,
thief.
and on a 19, he's looking at you. The
Yeah,
small
the one that's
human,
getting up that I think has the dagger now?
the one who hasn't been shot,
Yeah.
is looking to you and being like, as people begin to like talk amongst
And
each
yeah,
other, and
I'll-
the pact is coming over.
I'm gonna follow this person who's beckoning me, who I think now has the dagger.
Yeah, he's moving through the crowd the other
Okay.
way.
I'm gonna...
He cuts
into the crowd.
directly across through.
So I'm gonna like diagonal up to meet him.
Okay.
Love it.
You diagonal up to meet him, and he just passes you the dagger.
I'm gonna take it and be like, thank you very much.
You should probably not shoot people in here.
Uh,
Also, yelling pickpocket means nothing. There's pickpockets everywhere. So, yeah. Roll your perception.
in his head, he's like,
Everyone who looked at
if
you is a
everyone doesn't care
pickpocket.
about pickpocketing, then why not shoot them? Is what he's thinking. And sorry, perception?
Violence is
Yep.
different.
14.
Okay. And he makes his way away.
Can I check my belongings now?
Yeah, absolutely.
You just got fucking ripped. This is great. I love this place.
It's a 12 for investigation?
Worst.
On
Do
a
I have
12.
advantage for my own body?
Sorry? Yeah.
advantage for being my own body?
Advantage, yes, yes.
It's 17.
On a 17, above 15, on a 17, you notice that your money pouch is lighter, but not by much. He took payment.
How much?
Maybe 1 coin.
A gold or a copper?
1 coin.
Okay.
We'll see when you open your pouch.
I'm just gonna... Yeah, can I just open the pouch and then can I actually take it and like move it into like...
Yeah. You
Like,
move it up
so I have,
and you
like-
see a bunch of people around you going,
Yeah.
doing the same thing.
So like I have that strap that comes down across.
Yeah.
I'm just
Keep your
gonna move it
valuables
like
close.
under the shirt so that the strap keeps it there, kind of thing.
There's merchants around who you can see have a leather cord that's tied
Around their
around
necks,
yeah.
underneath.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tuck the ring inside of my shirt.
If you may have noticed, see how everyone's reacting? Now, I don't know if you wear a bra, I haven't checked, but this is a very safe place to put valuables for a female. Yep.
Ow.
Well, a dagger, yes, should be sheathed.
I'm gonna step just behind you, and I'm going to say over her shoulder to you. I think she'll be just fine. I want to just look as intimidating as possible. I want to give her scary dog privileges.
I would like to
Yeah,
give
just
you
give me-
advantage.
Just give me
because
intimidation.
I'm just arms crossed, just being a large, ominous dragonborn style.
Meanwhile,
force.
she's
Dirty
putting
20.
like everything
With
in her
advantage.
boobs.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
You don't help.
A tent?
Everything.
Sleeping room?
And I would
Nice. You see, if you do this with enough things, you actually get an increased bust size as well, and you can get good tips.
Short bow.
No!
It's a bag of holding in there.
I don't know anymore what's going on.
You meet back up with.
Oh, I'm not meeting it back up.
You're not meeting back up. You're just going to continue through the gate, or what are you doing?
I want to shadow them at a distance where I can keep an eye on how people are reacting to the party.
Okay.
But not be standing next to the tiefling in shiny armor and dragonborn who draw everybody.
Gotcha. Make me an investigation check. I'll give you advantage because you're watching from a distance away. You guys see that there's a little bit of a commotion ahead of you in the line, where the line has to like be divvied away and around something that's happening a little bit further away, the same direction that Avir had gone. But you don't see Avir. But
22.
22.
Nice.
On a 22, you see multiple people eyeing the tiefling in the silver armor, but none of them are getting close.
So if I do see anybody like posturing or setting something up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like move over and just like politely tell them to fuck off.
Okay, yeah. You see on a 22, you see the exact same guy with the black leather like cowboy hat sitting, and he's talking to a comrade of his, and they're pointing over to the group. And one of them's actually pointing to Lenora. You just saddle up, what do you do?
The pin's on your shoulder. You don't want people taking
he's,
it.
he's already there.
Okay, put the hood
I'm
over
just
him.
going to
Cover his wings, make him look like a cat.
Can I put him on you?
walk
Sure,
between
but
the
people like
vision
looking
of
at
them and the group
But it'll be all the way up
to
there.
like
They
step
can't get him.
into the line of vision and then just
Can I go
show,
up there?
One sec.
show my loaded crossbow under my cloak.
I'm sorry, what's happening here?
Yeah.
He's getting on my shoulders.
Are you getting on his shoulders?
Should I?
You probably shouldn't.
Nothing's gonna touch you up there.
Well, that's the thing. In the
Except
air,
for him.
Except for Glass and his STDs.
Whoa!
Glass is
Sexually
not the
transmitted
tallest one
dragons.
here.
He's not the tallest one here.
No, there's several Goliath here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they would be
are
my
big.
height and taller and
Half
like 1
giants.
foot shorter.
Jesus Christ.
They go between like 7 and 9.
Stone
Okay, I'm gonna hang on to Glass's poncho, and then Valentine's behind me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you do?
Oh, yeah, I'm stepping, like, if they're, like,
Into his line of
pointing,
sight,
I'm,
right?
like, stepping into the line of sight, and I'm just showing, like, pulling my cloak back just to show a loaded crossbow, and I'm just gonna, like, mouth, like, I wouldn't.
The black leather hatted man who had robbed Lenora earlier just goes, "Excuse me," and tells his, without even saying anything, his compatriot that he's standing with just turns and walks. But roll me insight.
It's a 3.
They both walk away from it.
Okay.
All right. You keep an eye out from
Continuing
this
to
distance. Yeah,
keep an
keeping
eye
your
on it, yeah.
your extra guard dogging to the tiefling guard dogging the rest of the group.
Oh, I don't care about him. I just care
sorry.
about her.
There's a
yeah, of
distance
course.
guard dog to a close-up guard dog to a guard dog imposing the condition area for
Yes.
Lenore,
It's more of a guard
She's
lizard.
got her hood up and she's hiding behind
who
him.
just
You
makes
are
her
the
look more
safest.
important.
It does make
Oh,
you look
yeah.
very important. Yes.
And as you guys continue, you see, like, you get closer and closer to the gate, and you see a bunch of stalls on the right. There's a bunch of people in the stalls have begun to like curve because they want to get all the space they can towards the people. So as you get closer to the gate, they've begun getting closer and closer to the actually opening. And there's a bunch of people around. You've drawn a lot of attention. You're super tall. You're blazing silver armor,
Yep.
like looking super intimidating. A lot of eyes are on you. There's a bunch of people with like the ponchos. They're just watching. There's a few people, one or two who just are not interested at all. Their backs are turned, and you guys continue back towards the
Stay
gate.
with Valentine for a moment. I need to do just a quick bit of shopping from that stall over there. And I'd like to go to someone who's got knitwear. Just casually walking through the sea of people and just... Yes, excuse me. I noticed that you had some dark greens and some tans. I'm just looking for the yarn.
And the guy that you're talking to is like a middle-aged, looks like a Goliath, but a lot shorter. And he just points, but he points you to like a fruit stand. Doesn't look like he understands you.
Oh, I show him the torn sections, and I'm pointing at his fabrics.
And he points ahead, closer to the gate to the right. There's a large stand with what looks to be a man behind it whose back is completely turned. He doesn't care about customers. He's just doing his own thing. And that is like tapestries and things for sale.
I reach in and slide him a copper.
His tooth falls out.
I go to the other
worth
gentleman. Probably reminds me of Rook.
Vitamin C around here.
Maybe. And so I go to the one who doesn't care with all the tapestries.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I need some yarn in order to fix my cloak. I just
burly, not old, but like weathered man turns to you, and this is definitely a Goliath. He is large, and he was bent over his whole stand here, and he was kind of like unraveling and making sure everything's like nice and flat. And he stands up to his full height, dwarfing even you by a few inches, and he goes,
beautiful.
"Can I help you?"
Yes, I'd just like to. I've noticed that you've got some beautiful tapestries and such. Poncho, busted. All I need is the yarn. I'm looking for a tan, or maybe a green 5.
That's a green 5.3.
Oh, you're right. It's the blue.
Understood. How much are you looking for? Just for repairs?
Oh yeah, just repairs. Here's 2 silver just for before I pass through the gate. Yeah. I do it too.
Thank you.
I wash them.
Do you want us to repair or?
No, thank you. I just need the material.
All right. And he goes to the back and he brings out the bundles that you wanted.
Thank you. That was it. Appreciate it.
It is 3 silver for the both. Do you have 1 more silver, or we're doing a deal?
Oh, I normally I buy them at 2 silver. All right. How about 2 silver, 5 copper?
It's difficult to get commodities out here. A little bit of an extra price.
Oh yes,
5.
I've been across the planet. I understand.
5 copper.
Yes, 2 silver, 5 copper.
No persuasion.
Oh, thank you. 5 plus 3 is 8.
I can make do with 5 copper. 2 silver, 5 copper.
Oh, I appreciate it. 5 copper.
Thank you very much.
That's it.
Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Dragonborn.
Sure.
And he turns back,
I go to the team.
goes to his thing.
That's all I know. So if I've got the materials to repair my stuff, would any of you like ponchos made? I can also get or make or purchase ponchos for you. They're perfect for the desert heat.
Absolutely not.
No? Have you been through a sandstorm before?
Not at all. But I can take the heat.
It's not heat. You need things to cover your face. You know a
I have a
camel?
cloak.
Have you seen a camel before?
I have a cloak.
You have a cloak. That's fashionable, but it's not effective.
I'm
You
not
need the
wearing one
thick-
of those. I look at your
Would I?
poncho.
Yes.
Well, at least get a turban.
While this is all narrowing down, would I be able to keep an eye out for any place that would sell something? I don't know what you call that, but it's like, is it a cowl? No, it's the thing you'd pull up over your face. It's not a bandana. But
like a scarf.
It's
Yeah,
like a
it's a
scarf
scarf.
or something. Or,
Scarf,
yeah.
cowl.
Is it like a
Yeah.
baklava or something? No,
Yeah,
that's a dessert.
That's a
No.
dessert.
Balaclava.
Balaclava. Yeah, it goes over your whole face.
Balaclava is like the whole
The
thing.
whole
Oh,
face.
But this is
Okay.
just, I just want to be able to like have something that I can wear around my neck to be able to pull up over my face, as I know like dust storms and
Yeah, roll me investigation or
open
perception.
mouths don't.
Or sleight of
mix.
hand.
Whichever
I'm
one
sure
you'd like.
someone has some.
I want a used one. Perception?
Perception or
You're not a
investigation.
good influence
19.
class.
19. On a 19, you see a few stalls.
opportunity.
It doesn't look like there's any stalls here that sell scarves specifically. It looks like a lot of stalls here sell materials. So they sell materials because a lot of merchants are making their way through. So the more raw materials they can sell, the better. And looks like specialized materials that you would make from those materials are harder to sell to traveling merchants who are coming through.
Do any of them just have like no one's selling garb, I guess. It's all just raw materials.
It's all just raw materials. But I mean, something as easy as a scarf, you could go to the tapestry stand that
Now get
That
a
glass.
swath
It's the same
of
one?
fabric.
You could just cut it
Yeah,
off.
I'm just gonna swap the fabric. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and over the 2 days, you'll have seen that, and you would have heard from Glass. He's proficient in weaver's tools, so he's currently aiming to repair and fix things, and he can make things. He's not kidding.
Cool.
One thing of fabric to make a scarf, like the smallest one, would be 1 silver.
Okay.
And as you go in to dig, it was 1 silver that was taken from you, not a gold or a copper.
I need some
I will.
money.
So like like the entire what's it called?
Where's the money?
Bolt of fabric is silver.
Is it in
Yes, but it's
inventory?
very thin, so you don't have to cut it much. You just
Oh
have to
no,
cut
it's right
length.
there.
Would he allow like just length to be cut,
I am
or is it
bored.
he wants to sell it by the bolt?
Yeah, he wants to sell it.
Oh, okay.
You can
I'll buy it.
you
I'll
can
buy
roll me
it.
persuasion if you
Maybe
want.
I will start
See if you
from-
can just
I'll
cut
try
it
and
off.
see. I'll just let him know like I'm just looking for something.
Yeah.
Could keep the best out of my face. It was like natural 20. Persuasion. Oh, and I'm at
Disadvantage.
yeah. It's a 3. I am at disadvantage currently, actually.
No bueno. He's like, no,
Yeah.
bolts only.
Okay, so I'll hand him the silver and I'll take the whole bolt.
Considering that you're getting a whole bolt of this, 1 silver is actually quite cheap.
It's actually good,
although the material is a little rough, but it'll do exactly what you want it to do. It's
Yeah.
not like a scarf that would keep you nice and soft and warm or anything like that. But
I'm
it
not
is
looking
like
for
linen.
warm. It's mostly just like face cover. And
The
that's
opposite
it.
is what we're
It's okay,
looking
you
for.
can make multiples, and then he'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. There's enough for multiple face covers.
It's enough for
people.
4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And as you guys, is there anything else you'd like to do before you get to the gate, the entrance of the gate?
Oh,
I'm just
is
protecting
there
her.
like supply vendors?
I want to get out of here.
And my stuff,
Yes.
my
I
stuff
think-
and her.
Have we met up yet, or are you still past? Because I would also look for supplies for the team. I'm actually
I feel like
experienced in
did you
travel.
walk off from? I feel like I almost would have
I'm with
walked
these
up.
two.
Oh, you're with those two.
You
okay.
are coming to a bottleneck to
Yeah.
go through the gate.
Hence why all of the stalls were here, and I was like, "We're doing shopping right now. We're getting it done with."
I'm gonna look for just like supplies, like food.
Okay. Yeah. There's
gurney.
there's tons of stalls that are selling
Rations.
pre-made food. None are selling rations.
Okay.
A lot of them are like they grill them in front of you and pass you like sticks and
Is there
skewers
just like
of stuff.
hardtack or something, or like?
You roll me investigation.
You guys want to get a shish kebab?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Did you see that?
I did see that. That was incredible.
that was incredible.
Director, it's adorable.
She is adorable.
It's a natural 20.
Nice. Natural 20.
That was ridiculous. It came out and like hit and went like.
On a natural 20, you do not see any place that's selling hardtack or anything like that, or rations or anything.
No,
there
like-
are places that are selling like non-perishables,
Yeah,
but
that's
they're
what I'm
not
wondering,
considered rations.
Like
It's
non-perishable, like cured meats or
Cured
like.
meats.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to find
Okay.
a cured meat vendor.
Yeah, it's like cured and dried meats, a bunch of stuff like that they're selling. Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, I'll go to a fresh food stall with you and say, one of the best things about going into the desert and Redstone, or if we're even going that way, is they don't necessarily preserve their food the same way. They, because of the temperatures, it's very difficult for non-magical folks to do that. So what they do is they slather it in hot spices, so that you can't taste the rancidity.
Oh.
Yes, so be prepared to have a lot of spicy food on the way. Oh, yes.
You don't call it redstone for nothing.
Maybe we can get you some sort of dried fruit.
Yes, you can handle spicy food, that's for sure. We can get fruit as well. That's decent. No, it's cool. Just be a person at the stall next to us.
no, I'm getting meat
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
I can try spice. but
How much would you like?
We don't have.
I'm gonna
much
ask if they
more
have
gold.
any bundle deals going
Oh,
on.
no,
or if they have
elves
any
are
like
bad.
specials. If they
Balls
have
and egg.
Thank
things
you.
that they're trying to bundle together, that they would be happy
Well,
to
humans
say
aren't
like
any
if I
better.
bought X amount, maybe I could get it a little cheaper.
There's not really any kind
wish you
of
weren't right.
special that they're trying to give off or anything
Yeah.
like that. You can roll me persuasion if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Like, I'm gonna let them know like I'm traveling and I'm gonna need food for a while. So if I'm gonna be buying a little bit more, then
Can you believe Rheagor asked for an owl
sorry,
bear
what was
steak?
this?
Persuasion.
Wait, was that
Persuasion.
Rheagor or was that a few?
oh,
It was Rheagor,
lovely.
yeah.
Was Rheagor?
Owlbear steak.
Oh,
Incredible.
Roadkill steak.
Roadkill
Disadvantage
steak.
is a
Let's
4.
hope.
On a 4, it looks
I
like.
really should have drank
I'm-
something this morning.
I'm sorry. we don't deal with. We sell a lot during the day, But you know what? I can give you perhaps 5 copper off if you buy this whole rack.
How much is a whole rack?
A whole rack would be 1 gold.
I love
so
true bartering.
is it like something I can actually like portably?
It would be 10 rations.
10 rack. Okay, so yeah, I'll give a gold. Wait,
It would be 1 gold.
Wait. Can I investigate like what I think a ration is worth?
Go for it.
What was that? Like history?
History
This
or
isn't-
just
It's a natural
intelligence?
20.
It's not a ration. First off,
I know.
It's
but
just this would take this would be 10 full meals.
food in general.
is
Like,
what it
I must know. Like I've lived a life. I
Yeah,
probably know what
yeah.
food is worth.
It's
It
all
seems steep, but
Like drastically steep, or like okay, we're a little bit out in the boonies. It's...
you're not in any kind of specific area where they can get away with selling cheaper because they want to sell for more profit. It looks like he has a limited amount of product and he needs to make a profit. So it is a steeper price though, not by a whole lot, but it is steeper than usual.
Yeah, I'll actually.
I'm always gonna be
It's
proven.
10
Yeah.
silver to gold, right?
Yeah.
I'll say how about 8 silver for the rack?
I'm sorry, I cannot do less than this.
Oh, I'm sure you could do 9. Meet us in the middle here. You know, no one leaves happy, no one leaves unhappy. You know, win-win.
I'm gonna let you do one more persuasion check. You've gotten a 4 and a 3.
It's a disadvantage. One was a nat 20. The other one was not. The other one was a 7
Oh, hey, that's better.
total.
He goes, I'm already giving 5 copper off. I can't do more than that, or I will lose my spot in the arcade.
Oh, I'm sure you could throw like a link of sausage in with it or something. You know, for a gold.
Look, one moment. And he takes a piece of parchment and he just writes a note on it and he passes it to the stall next door. And this like older lady like takes it, looks at it, and she goes, "Fuck you!" And then she goes back to her stall. And, I was going to see if maybe dried fruit along with, but she's very mean. I cannot. If I operate at a loss, I'll lose my stall.
I'll just put it
so
down. I'll put
funny.
down the gold.
Thank you very much. He takes it really quickly as like one kid who hand comes out and is like, "Ah!"
Perfect.
And he gives you the 10 portions of dried meat.
Yeah. Is this something I'm gonna be able to like load into my bag probably? And
Yeah,
get in there and,
It'll be
pack it up.
it'll be fine.
Meanwhile, I dragged Valentine while Glass dragged me to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a shish kebab.
Oh, you're gonna go eat one of the ready foods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys just
She wants.
all right. You head on over to roll me a luck check.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of the bad food.
9.
I love the music they put
A
out.
9.
9. Oh no.
That's not a 1.
It's non-diegetic, the music.
You go
No,
over.
it's diegetic.
You look over
look
to the left side where it's kind of coming in. You guys are getting really close to the gate. You look over and there's an orc, like full orc, who's standing in front of you, going, "Welcome to the cracked ember and the char. Come on over here. We got lots of food. Hey, you! I know you're looking for food. Yeah, come on over. I can see the look on your face. You're hungry. Come take a seat." And he like opens his arm wide, and there's like it's just a stall with like a hanging shelf and 2 stools underneath. And he's like, "Come on, come take a sit. Come take a sit."
As I push you forward, just only eat what you will pay for.
I'm dragging Valentine with me.
I'm right
He's
behind
doing
her.
his lipstick.
No, Valentine doesn't wear
I
lipstick.
wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, he doesn't?
No,
I thought he had beautiful red lips.
Valentine does not wear lipstick. No, Valentine might be like
Then whose lipstick was on
Fix
my
this.
cheek?
definitely not Valentine.
The orc walks in behind this stall, which is just an open grill, and he just begins to be like, "What would you like?" "Well, we only got one thing, and it's skewers." And he turns around and he begins like taking these large, like wrapped in, it looks to be some sort of enchanted fabric because it's not dirty, it's not whatever, as he takes the meat out. And he's just like, "How many would you like?"
Just one, please.
"Just one? And how for you?"
1.
1. Orc-sized.
Sure.
Absolutely. For the lady, you're good with the regular sized, I'm assuming.
Yes, please.
No.
Are you getting one glass?
All right.
I was thinking 3 for me, and because of the bulk purchase, I was wondering if you might throw in just a tidbit for the peckish little cat in her hood.
You have a cat?
I have a cat.
Show me the cat.
I'm just gonna show his head.
Does he lick his lips?
Yeah. Pibbs looks out and licks his lips, but at the orc, not the meat. Orc-sized. And there are 3 skewers, one little mini one on the side.
That one traditionally spicy, that one unseasoned, and that one
Let the man do his job.
quintuple seasoned.
Well, one of them's a tiefling, so I'm
let's-
going to make it regular seasoned, if you know what I mean.
Let's
You're
let
clearly
the man
no
do his
stranger to the market's ways.
Should I do
3 copper.
Should I do
just
a
as a
little
tip.
spice to like acclimate?
Don't worry, that's what the unseasoned one is for.
All right.
Oh,
It's
Would
a
you,
chaser.
would you like to try a little spice, miss?
just a little bit.
Just a little bit of spice?
Yeah.
Just a little bit?
Don't snort it.
All
Don't
right.
snort it. Don't you do that trick on her.
I'm not going to do anything.
You want some spice?
You see the guy next to him just. Oh man!
There's a guy who's waiting for a seat, just like,
What's with spice runners and deserts?
It's what flows.
you guys take your seat. The orc-sized ones are not bigger, they're thicker. They're like,
Yeah.
like
Girthy.
very girthy. The other one's just like a regular skewer. And he begins like into a pouch of spice and he begins like getting them over. It's all making, it looks really, really good. And as he's doing it, you see him place a hand on the bottom of the grill, and magic runes light up, and the fire goes, and he's like, I'm making a show. This is the Ember and Char. Enjoy. That one's for you. This one's for the little kitty. And it's just it's like literally he broke off a toothpick, and it's like one
Yeah.
or 2 pieces of meat.
I'm gonna hold it like that.
He eats it.
Awesome.
He gives you
I'll
one.
rotate it
and
like a
you
corn
one.
on the
There
cob
you
for
go.
him.
That'll be 3 silver for the
much for
orc
hers?
size out of 5 copper.
No, you don't have to do that.
I pay for mine and Lenore.
Thank you very much, and yourself.
Oh, go.
You guys are too good
Oh.
to me today.
You put on a good show, my man.
Always.
Ha, I bet that's not even a third of as good as what this is. 1, 2, 3. Get it?
I get it.
We have a gate to get through? We have a gate to
Enjoy
get through.
Breathe fire.
Now, where are you folks headed? I haven't seen a dragonborn in a while.
Honestly, we're just tagging a dude.
We're just late. Yes, to go find our friend.
You're just late.
Yes.
Oh,
we
no.
have a man to find.
We're a couple days late. If you've seen anyone with a dark green cloak,
All the time. They're everywhere. He points to the group. There's like 6 among the thing.
oh yeah, but I mean, like this is green 4. I'm looking for like.
That's more of a green 5.3.
Oh, you're right. This is more of a green 5.
Yeah.
I'm looking for like a green 2, like a dark earth green.
Oh, no. Yeah, they're
He
everywhere.
hasn't bathed in a while.
That too.
Him or the person in the
The
group?
person we're
Oh, I
looking
am
for.
spitting.
Yeah. Another thing that's very common at the gate.
I think it's going to be. We're going to have to find him ourselves.
Oh, he probably got pickpocketed immediately.
Thank
have you guys
very
gone down
much.
the scar yet?
Please tell
you're
them about
looking-
the scar while I enjoy my
I
second.
think we need to go.
Had a tree on his armor.
I mean, we get a bunch of the Van Catherines around here, so I mean, they used to come as tourists, but ever since the war started, I mean, hands off. You know,
Right, which
talking
war?
about-
Sorry, which war? This is important to me.
Oh, it's you know, the war that happens every few years between the humans and the dwarves.
Right, on this map. Which organizations?
It's not on this map.
Right, it's a different continent?
No, but I can't read maps.
Oh, do you know where we are?
It's
No.
not on this map. I can't read them. No.
Where are they from?
They're from Van Cathra.
Oh, Vincathra. Oh, yes, they're always at war.
I'm like helping you out of your seat and like
It was a
we're
pleasure.
leaving.
Should anyone give you any issues, tell them the Dazra sent you.
Dazo?
Dazra.
Dazra? I'll let them
Good
know.
to meet you.
Because people will.
All
And then I'm
right.
making sure we walk off so that hopefully Glass will follow us.
Yeah,
and
I'm
we'll be here all
following
day.
with the third one, the unseasoned one, just waiting for you to explode.
She's doing her best to like hide that she's like,
Glass,
that was really good.
do you have resistance to fire?
Right now I do.
You do? Okay. So you guys don't need to roll. I am going to need a constitution save
From the spices?
from those spices.
Because you don't have resistance to fire.
Con save in the top left.
This one?
Yeah.
16.
16! Okay, you don't take any damage, but it is spicy. It is very spicy. Like one of those things where it's like,
Water?
And an unseasoned one. It's the fat. It helps absorb.
as you're doing this, you look at Pibbs who's going,
And one whole one for Pips. Shove it in the hood.
He just
Freeze fire.
And then I give him a little scritch. Can I do 1 point of damage to him?
You want to attempt to attack him?
Well, I'm giving him a big taste of food.
No.
And then I want to get him on the knee.
You're not allowed to
Okay,
attack
yeah, roll me an attack roll.
I just want to.
How
We
dare
don't know how to
you.
attack.
How dare you.
We'll see what happens.
How dare you?
Oh, that's
I
a
hate you.
19.
This
19
is
hits.
terrible.
On the-
what
on the
have
roll.
you done?
Did
Attacks
you just
for
like
Pibbs.
flick him in the knee?
I'm using my claw, just like he always scratches me in the calves.
You're supposed to be the bigger person.
I am the bigger.
You do that and he retreats into the hood.
With the whole piece of food.
No, he drops it.
Oh,
You are an asshole.
You hurt his feelings.
I heard his knee.
As you guys continue walking
I made a mistake.
and getting closer and closer,
Yes, yeah, we
Mistake
want to get to
gate.
the gate.
Made
do
a
you
brave error.
catch up with them
I'm
as
just
the
gonna
bottleneck?
saddle up when they reach the gate.
Okay, yeah, they're reaching the gate right now. So there's about 6 to 7 packed guards around. The blue, white, and silver armor, mostly Aarakocra. There are 1 or 2 who are Arajanasi, who are standing there, and really they're only checking large carriages. So they're waving people through who are on their feet. So you guys get through no problem. They take a look, they walk over, they look over you and everything, but as soon as you get to the other side, it is like maybe 100 feet of the same thing as the last side, and then nothing.
Yeah.
It is a small, almost dirt road going through this massive canyon, and it goes for a very long time. Everybody roll me perception, please.
Not one, she's too spiced out.
She's spiced
That's
up.
all the tears.
She walks by the guards, she's like,
To 5.
17?
17.
And glass.
17.
And glass.
Yeah, 17.
You got a 17 as well. Okay.
Yeah.
You just said it and pointed it.
17.
On a 17, you guys see over to your right as people, it doesn't look like a lot of people who are going forward are going on their feet at all. A lot of people are like moving over to the left and they're standing kind of waiting for carts and carriages to come through. But to your right, you see there's a few people who are waving people down who are on their feet. 2 or 3 people are waving at you at this point. There's one of them's a dwarf who looks kind of ragged, but he's got kind of like, it's definitely a white beard, but it's got patches of like ash or dirt in it. Looks like he's been traveling for several days. There's a priestess of some order you've never seen before. And then there's a human who's just waving down anybody who's on their feet. And they all have carriages and stuff that they have behind them. Glass, who's been through here before, they need protection.
Yeah, absolutely. I just needed to remind myself of something, and I'd like to make a history check.
Yes.
The Echoing Canyons,
Yes.
they... do they have a salt flat in them?
A salt flat?
Yes.
No.
No, there's no salt. Because what I'm thinking of is in the song where hunger cracked the crusted land and salt devours with grasping hand. I'm saying this to you two. I do think that it's a possibility that we'll be entering an area
I
where
think
there
I
is
know.
a relevance.
I
to
think
it.
I know where the next
Roll me history.
is,
Oh,
and we have to get to
great.
the coast to get there.
Okay. That's a 17 flat.
There is a salt flat on this continent, but it is further north.
Ah. Well, that's
It's
great.
There's literally a city called Saltmere
Saltmere.
that
Oh, I
rests
know
on the
Saltmere.
other end of the salt.
Yes, that's
Alright.
right over there. Great.
the coast?
That is the
So-
coast, the west coast.
Clearly, we need a ride. They need protection.
Oh yes, I don't know anything about that human who seems very active, but you never go with a religious individual because they're probably going to sacrifice you halfway through.
Can I?
Lenora,
Yes.
this is a test for you. You choose. We'll go with whoever you pick.
You said
Can I think back to when
where's Avir?
Here is with you.
yeah, I'm with you.
You turned got water out of your eyes.
When lodge members would cross the canyons, did they have a guide that they like often
love it.
use in the region?
You can roll me history.
I knew the lodge was active around here. 14.
The lodge, whenever they act in the Echoing Canyons, there's usually a member of the lodge that they take with them who's familiar with the terrain. A lodge member will usually take them down.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can check at one of the larger cities, which is where they would find one. But otherwise, you'd be going with a local, and you just went through a bunch of the locals who tried to steal from you. So,
Now, if I'm not mistaken, before we do choose someone, we haven't even verified where the individual
We
is.
also don't need to choose somebody. Like, they're hiring mercenaries, but they're also big targets. We could also just
no,
travel on our own and not be part of the big target.
How many days is it to where we're going?
Over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't.
I have little legs.
Look, I'm going to be very clear here, no offense. I don't know what you are capable of. I'm the only one I know that can, out of us, pull water from anything. So the caravan is mostly for the supplies and the group effort.
Not. I would negotiate the supplies into whatever is
These
going
are
on,
individuals
because-
with carts.
Yeah,
We
Yeah, but they're
are-
not just going to offer it. It's going to be something you have
No,
to
I
negotiate
understand, but what I'm
for
saying is
with the
there's no
contract.
water from here to the end.
Is there no water in the canyon?
there, if you get rain, but it doesn't look like it's rained in this area for a bit.
Not only that, the danger of being attacked is severe. Yeah, if you've noticed, all the stalls and stuff, this could all leave in an instant, or it could be destroyed and rebuilt in an instant. because it's all
That's
cheap.
why I'm saying they're asking for protection.
I
and that's why
believe-
they're being targeted.
I believe
Oh, no,
they
they're also
pose us
offering
very little risk.
They're also
any of them.
looking for customers. It's not just hiring. You could hire.
So if you're going to negotiate, I would negotiate supplies into the deal.
I feel
Oh,
like
absolutely,
they
that's
would
part of the
probably
norm.
know the way, and I feel like deserts
Which one
are...
would you go with?
It's a human, a dwarf, and a religious dude.
A religious, looks like a woman.
Can I try to
Priestess
see
of something.
what religion
and
they might
an
be?
unidentified human.
Yeah,
being.
you can roll me. You can roll me religion. Anybody who wishes to, you can roll me religion to see what.
Oh, clearly.
Yes.
Oh, good job. 3.
17.
17.
17,
Wow.
17. Damn, 17s are big today.
They are.
15, unless this has to do with fae, fiend, undead, demon, egg, or anything like that.
No,
No, it doesn't.
just a religion.
Still.
No, it's always worth
A good
asking.
check. A good check.
She's wearing long, flowy robes with like sleeves that are larger and like very flowy, light and dark blue with golden lines that are spun between. She is for those who got 17, she's a priestess of the Guide, which is known as the goddess of the moon, dreams, and navigation.
Sounds like a win.
So
I
probably the hardest one to negotiate with.
So she seems like she knows her way around. The dwarf, can I do like perception?
Yeah, you can
on
roll me
all
an
of
insight
them?
on him. Yeah.
Or, and that one, so no.
The dwarf looks like a dwarf.
Like a dwarf.
The elven part of you goes ew when you look at him.
No.
Aw.
Your,
She wouldn't
your
do that.
racism.
You don't choose your genes.
Actually, when you buy them, you do.
Can I do the perception on the human now?
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
It's insight, by the way.
Insight?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 6 and plus insight 9.
On a 9, he looks the most like everybody else that you've seen coming through. Like he's got, rather not tattered, but definitely traveler's clothing, a long jacket like a duster. He's got a hat that's kind of folded up on both sides, and he's just waving people over.
Okay. Does he have
But
like
he's-
no weapons or anything like that?
On a 9, you're unsure. With his clothing, he could hide weapons, but
Well, let's go ask how good they are at fighting.
okay.
I think
Sorry?
they're trying to hire fighters.
That's what the.
I think is what they're doing.
But we want the
Hires and
most
customers.
useful one. What
Yeah.
if one is like
think we
good
want-
at healing magic? What
Hey,
if,
The
you know-
priest,
we're gonna go with
the
your
priest
choice.
looks
Hey.
pretty good actually.
Hey,
The human.
Yes.
Looking for a ride.
maybe.
I can trade a ride for protection. That's all I can do. 2.5 weeks on foot.
We
I
need
can make
we
it
need,
1.5.
We need
on,
provisions thrown into that
on card.
So.
Did you get that dagger back?
Yep.
Toss it to him. Just throw it at him.
That's mine.
No.
Do you have
I
water?
take a dart and I throw it
I
at
do
him.
have. Roll me an attack roll.
That's a 5 plus 3, which is kind of what I was going for. What does he do?
I do have what?
No reaction?
It was a.
Did you just
Why
stab
would you?
him?
No, it just kind of falls at his feet.
The pact
That's
is
just
like right there.
I just want to know your reaction. I just need to know if you're
Roll
if
me
you're a
insight.
killer. Yeah, thank you. Oh,
You
16
did
plus
get my dagger
3.
back?
19.
Yeah, I did, and he'll.
On a 19, he looks at you. He's like, "Why would I offer to save you time and then kill you down the way?" The word
kill
would
us.
be. The
no,
word
no,
would be.
I mean like in a good way. Like
No,
you've
no.
been
Word
through it
would
before.
go by
You know
so
what?
quickly.
I think this relationship
is
has already
something
devolved
off
next,
about
and we're
Wait.
gonna go guide the
Lenora,
group to a new
What if
group.
you're a cannibal? I mean,
On your insight of 19, you do feel something is off. It's not that he's going to kill you though, but
No.
he definitely doesn't seem like everything is
Is he gonna
above
eat
board.
us?
Sorry?
Is he gonna eat us?
Unlikely. He's a human.
I'll go and pick up the dart. I want to take just a nice big step back. And just
You don't
wait
need
to see
to-
what
I
they
think
do.
You don't want to ride. What about you, Tiefling?
Avir is like, I think we're going into the next
I'm
one.
with the lady.
Kind of
You're with.
What do you think about
I
that?
follow.
guiding. I don't think this
Follow
relationship
them
has
off.
started off on the right
The
foot.
fact that I want to ask a question means no for me.
Listen, I can
Oh,
pay.
And here's your dagger, by the way. He gave me back mine.
Oh, thank you.
I can pay if you're looking for money. Obviously, I wouldn't have you go for free.
I am
I
pretty
mean,
broke.
all of them are paying, so
Thank you very much.
Are they all paying?
they're all trying to flag us down
I think
to
you
pay
just
us.
need
yes.
to make a decision and be very decisive about it.
I
and
think
not
you need
let
to stop
these two
pressuring me.
speak.
The priest seems pretty good.
I'm gonna go up to the priest.
Priestess.
Yeah.
Priestess. Hello.
Hi.
What can you do stuff? What can you do? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for some wayward souls who would like to aid us across the canyon.
Us?
Us. And she turns back to her cart, and inside 2 more like hooded, like veils of the religion pop up, and they're tiny children, 2 little kids.
Oh,
Oh, I seem good with these guys.
can you do magic?
I can do a little healing magic. Unfortunately, we don't have lots to offer in terms of monetary value, but we do have all the supplies needed to make the trip.
Supplies is a bit more important.
Supplies
I
and
think,
healing.
Actually.
I'd like to make an insight check. The veiled kids, are they actually halflings or dwarves? Or gnomes?
Insight.
Fuck, that's a 6 total.
Itty bitty kids.
That's the size of a feet. Tiny feet.
What do you think?
Healing and
How many are in your group?
The 4 of us.
4, maybe 5th
The 4?
if I can find him.
Technically 5.
6 because I have a
Yeah.
cat.
We're 4 currently.
I
There
don't mean
might
to be
a fifth.
rude, but you are with the group.
Of course.
The muscle. And the looks.
I am her protection.
And
They tend to behave
She
themselves.
comes
alright.
with protection.
no, I understand.
Okay.
Is what I'm worried about.
Who?
Why? Why would that be?
The guide and the packmaster don't get along.
I am not here to convert anyone.
Neither am I.
Even though they're amongst our group, it doesn't mean we necessarily get along with everybody.
Oh,
But they tend to behave themselves,
You should
and they
speak for
are
yourself.
good in a fight every once in a while.
Valentine is exceptionally trustworthy.
I would prefer if you wouldn't speak for me, either of you.
Well, say something trustworthy.
I just did.
There you go.
My name is Sister Alderin. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
Valentine.
Valentine. Pleasure.
Sister Alderin.
I hope to actually pick your brain about the Packmaster on our trip if you do choose me.
It will be her decision.
We go interview the dwarf now.
What is your name? Oh, goodbye.
I follow her off very close, like catch up as quickly as I can.
I like that you decided to take a third option. That's the best way to get
I
the
want
best
to
price.
interview them all and
Aye,
see.
lass. Looking for a ride?
Maybe.
I want to
I
go.
have the fastest cart this side of the Echoing Gate.
I go up to him and I start cleaning his beard a little bit. Like,
Hey!
hey, look presentable to the lady.
Here,
Why are you
check the
touching me?
cart.
You want a good shot at this, don't you?
No,
Cart, see if it's
What?
breaking down.
I do trips like this professionally. The other two just want to get to the other side.
Can I check
Can I?
the cart and what is driving it?
Go for it. Yeah, yeah.
I knew.
I
I knew it.
What is driving it looks like an avian creature, almost like a cross between
If you're dirty, it's 'cause
like
you're doing it
a
all the time.
an ostrich and like a
Are you describing a
leopard of some
chocobo?
sort. No, it's not. Like it's standing on two legs. It doesn't have feathers, but it is furred, and it does look like it has small wings that looks like it's evolved out of being able to use.
Oh, it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, it looks like a dinosaur.
Cute.
Are
Are they all like that, all three?
No, only his are the dinosaurs.
Okay.
And
Oh.
they're being pulled by two, and they open in maws of three, so they open like that.
Oh!
Less cute.
Horrifying.
Well, when they open their mouths, they're less cute, but they are pretty cute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called an ostraceratops.
Does
Ostraceratops.
one does one eye go with each thing?
I want to run.
It's got a head that
right,
comes
the
down
Ostraceratops,
into what
just
looks like a
to
beak, but it isn't.
Okay, fair.
Okay. What can you do? Like, can you do? What are you offering in exchange for?
I'm offering making your trip 1 week.
That's damn good. That's damn.
Listen to your Dragonborn.
Well, hold
How
on.
much?
She has a soft
What's your
butt.
cost?
My
Is it a
cost.
bumpy ride?
Is it a bumpy ride?
Do you have suspension?
No suspension.
Can she ride on the bird?
Absolutely.
Something to keep in mind when we are trying to let somebody maybe catch up with us. So
That is true. We do
plowing
want.
on ahead might not be the best.
Actually,
course of
we're 2
action.
days behind. We'll need a faster travel in order to catch up to
That's
him.
if he made it past the
I
date.
believe we're about
We
one
don't
day
know.
behind.
No, we're two.
One.
Two.
We were for sure he went ahead, but
To be
he also
specific,
he
between the both of
probably
you.
Thank
would
you,
have
sir.
gotten on a cart.
I just assume he's slow.
It's true. The
Well,
only way
if you
to
can
catch
get a
up-
message to your friend, I can give it a deal.
Oh, is there a Moonbrook outpost here?
Moonbrook? No. There is, however, one in Redstone on the other side of the canyon.
Other side of the canyon.
So wait, you're paying us to make our trip?
I ain't paying
Only-
nobody. You're paying me for the swift ride.
And
what I
you
was trying to
supply.
I supply
provisions?
nothing. I supply you with the fastest trip this side of the Echoing
I
Canyon.
think
Are you
the healing and
offering-
provisions is a better deal.
But
It's
Valentine seemed a little not a fan.
Oh, I don't mind. Whoever you are most comfortable with is who we will choose.
I'm backing him up. It's a good point. Now take your time.
Do you guys
We
have
don't
a week's
leave
food?
tonight. Do you leave tonight?
We can leave whenever you want. But
There you go.
I'm not putting a stop to my carts just because you're standing here. If somebody else comes and I'm gone.
That's
Now
fair.
that's rude. You can't sell.
Fuck you.
Oh, you want that? We'll go
Hey,
to
this is
town.
my business. Go to town if you
women?
want.
Yeah, do you want
The
to?
woman.
Go for it.
She can do
No,
healing
together.
magic.
Why would
so
I do that?
Whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Okay.
You don't want to have sex?
Your
He's
choice.
being really nice.
It's your choice.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, glasses.
Oh,
shit
6
again.
plus 3, 9.
Let's just
Another time.
walk away.
I need profit.
Yeah,
You be in the
we'll follow.
green.
Valentine and I are
understand.
gonna walk away to the other car.
I'm walking with you.
I finished cleaning his beard.
As I see this happening, I'm like, I'm going with the rest of the group.
Okay, you walk back over to.
I think the healer would be our best bet. She can do healing magic if ever we get into something. And the kids, someone's got to protect the kids. We tend to be good at that.
Then that's what we'll do.
I want to make sure everyone's on board.
We're on board.
You like
I'm
kids.
good with them.
I'm,
I like some kids.
I'm fine with
That's fair.
any of this. I'm used to walking it alone, to tell you the truth.
Okay. Well, let's do the cart with the lady then. And you asked, we're gonna walk up to her. You asked my name earlier and I walked off because I'm rude, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm Lenora.
Lenore, it's nice to meet you. Sister Alderin, it's nice to meet you.
I
What's your
think
name?
you are. I am Avir.
Avir, it's nice to meet you.
I think we've done our perusing, and you're clearly the most trustworthy person to make it across the canyon with.
You're
So.
very
Except for the
kind.
children. What are their names? Excuse me, what are your names?
As you say that, they both duck down.
Well, where are you going? It's a cart.
We're actually just headed to Redstone.
No, I meant where are you ducking to? There's nowhere to go.
They're hiding from you. Unfortunately, they're pretty shy.
Do they
But
have
we have the
names?
next week and a half together.
Oh,
So
are they becoming religious individuals?
we can get into more of that as we continue.
Are you going to sacrifice us on the road?
Sacrifice? Why would I do that?
I apologize. I don't actually know your religion at all.
Oh,
It's navigation and moon.
God does not sacrifice.
Oh!
And Gaia.
And the
Oh.
moon we don't have.
Oh, these are good things.
We used to.
We did.
And that is why a lot of people. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Great. I see no reason not to take this option.
And she can heal, so if we protect her and fight, then she can heal us after. And then Valentine doesn't have to heal everybody.
Well, she can also keep her clothes clean, apparently.
And Valentine doesn't have to die. Let's. Yeah.
All right.
This
We
is
would love
true.
to travel with you.
Thank you very much. What is your name?
I am Glass, sister.
It's very nice to meet you, Sister Alderin.
Sister Alder.
Then
Like
we
the
can
moon?
leave. Sorry,
Like the moon.
There is no moon.
Alderin.
Alderin.
Alderon. That's no moon.
Oh, I guess it's not a moon. It's a planet. I guess. Yeah, it's true.
What are the names of the children?
You can ask them yourselves.
I did.
It's not my place. Perhaps you can warm up to them yourself.
I understand.
But I can leave post haste if you are all ready.
I think post haste is actually quite a good idea. It's not the most trustworthy crowds around.
I was going to take just 1 hour to see if I could find someone I could pay for some information.
Information.
Do you have an hour for us to gather
We
our
shouldn't be sharing
provisions
information
and
here, so we
care for
shouldn't
the
be
trip?
paying for any.
Yeah,
This
well,
is
I
a
have all of the supplies that you would
pass-through area.
need. We
There
can
was-
share our supplies, we just don't
They
have
would-
money to pay you.
That's no
That's
worries
okay.
at
Is
all.
Is that all right?
I think we're just
So
mainly
the
making,
guard would know?
making sure that I think we're not
Probably
leaving
got in trouble.
a possible
Here?
friend behind.
Oh, I see.
We don't necessarily know
think
if
he
he's made
wouldn't
it
shoot
beyond
someone?
the gate so far, so I think he just wanted to double check that.
How long
first.
have you been waiting here looking for someone? Because maybe if
Just
you...
since the morning. We've had a few takers. Apparently, one of them will be coming back this afternoon to see if we're still here.
Okay, have you... Well, we have to... If we're waiting an hour for you, we could wait for them as well.
I don't think we have to wait at all, actually. I don't think Believe Glass actually has any errands to run.
No, I don't now, but I have one request.
Mm-hmm.
Without stressing the animals too much, if we could go double pace for the first day, we would know whether or not
We're behind a friend.
we're behind a friend.
Can I look and see what's driving her thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Camel
It is
horses.
unlike the
kids.
unlike the Ostraceratops with like the large beaks. This one's a singular four-legged large beast that actually looks more like a ceratops, but without the head. It's just clean back and then spikes along its back and then a long tail.
Damn.
It's a reptile?
It's a dino.
It does look more like a reptile, yeah.
I'm into this.
Can I pet it?
Yeah. Roll me animal handling.
He immediately dies. 18.
Yeah!
18. Yeah, on an 18, you walk over to it, and it looks as you get closer, it's kind of like it's like a cross between like a what are they called? You know those armored dinosaurs with like the big spiky tail?
Yes, the
It has spikes
gathering
all
ones.
along the ridge?
Yeah,
It has like
yeah.
the mace at the end.
The maze at the end, yeah. It looks like a cross between that and a pangolin. So all of its like scales, as you get close, it goes, and it like looks up at you, and it's got a very large face, like bony ridges that come up across its thing. And on an 18, it's huge. It's like 18 feet large.
Holy shit.
And as you get close to it, it goes and pushes into you, but not like badly. It's like if Pibs would push into you, like nuzzle.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do. It's just his entire snout is pushing your entire body. As you do that, go.
That's a massive leg.
You see a bunch of the kids go in the cart.
Definitely the caravan for us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at both of you guys like, yeah, look.
You're getting
They're like, what the fuck?
you're getting
No, I
along
love
with the
it.
Drelm.
I love
That's
it.
very kind.
Drelm, you said?
Yes, that is what the creature is. We haven't named it. If you would like to, the kids said that they couldn't come up with one.
I'll discuss that with them.
All right.
Come up with names.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, they both came up with one. They just couldn't decide on one.
Ah.
So
We're
anyway,
at the
when did you
sharing
say you would like to leave? Immediately. All right.
Yeah, we're leaving now.
Avir, did you get rations?
I did.
Wonderful. How much do I owe you?
I could stretch out some of these rations, but I only have 10 days worth.
That's more than enough.
Wait,
They
10
have
days? So wait,
rations.
were you saying 10 days worth of rations for the 4 of us? Or
No,
10
that was
days-
just for you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But they also have supplies.
Yes,
And they all have
they
supplies there.
So in exchange
I have
for-
some
Yeah.
stuff to share that I can cook with and stuff for sure. But it's
Would
mostly
you mind just
protein.
helping me load our stuff inside, and then we can go.
Of
Happily.
course.
And just on the other side of the cart, there's just some boxes and
Yeah.
stuff that they'd unloaded
Yeah.
for like sitting and stuff. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I'd lift.
I also need to do a nature check on the Drelm. Can they handle being underground?
Roll me nature.
He wants to put it underground.
7 flat.
Well, he probably wants to hide us in the
On
night.
a 7, you have no idea.
No idea. That's fine.
What was that, sorry?
He probably wants to hide us in the night with his mold earth.
Well, it's also easier to get a whole cart underground in a parking spot.
Okay. You guys help load everything up. It is thankfully a covered cart that the
Nice.
Very nice.
that they set up for everybody, and there's a decent amount of room because it doesn't look like they had a lot. One of the crates that they had a portable hole in it that they managed to put some other things in and then close it up.
Holy shit. Have
what?
you ever seen one of those?
No, what is
Oh,
that?
they're rare, but they are useful. You could fit like 10 people in that hole.
I actually have a favor to ask.
Is it to not talk about things?
No. You can talk all you want.
Oh, okay.
One of the other reasons that we needed companions was that, unfortunately, on our way here, the man who was with us on our mission died, and he was the only one who
Oh.
knew how to drive the cart.
I'm so sorry. Were you close?
We were, but we've since grieved.
I'm sorry.
Avir, are you any
Thank
good
you.
with animals?
I'm okay with animals.
You and Lenora can do this then.
I can set up prop with you.
Can I ride the animal?
That's
I
not
think
it's
usually
more you-
how-
It's
You
attached,
sit at the
but you
bench
could
with the-
sit. You could ride it if you wanted to.
We just need a couple blankets and then you've got yourself a saddle.
It's
I could try.
it's designed to
but
try to distribute the weight of the work on the animal. If you're sitting on it, it might tire it quicker.
Also, it's massive.
Roll me a
so-
nature check.
I'm not that heavy.
Yeah, no, it's massive. It probably wouldn't notice you.
Nature, you said?
Yeah.
No nurture.
Are any of us actually
10.
proficient in animal
10.
handling?
You need to
I'm
be
not proficient, but I.
in vehicles.
On a 10, you think that this thing's so
Are
large
you
that
proficient in
It
it would take a lot of weight for it to be
Sorry.
uncomfortable, and it's not reached that point at all with the cart.
Yeah,
In fact, it looks larger than you would need for a cart of this size.
which is great.
That is great. I'm gonna climb on it.
Give it a name.
I guess we're.
Roll me an animal handling.
Are the supplies packed up?
Sorry? Yeah, the supplies and everything are backed up and on it. She's just asking for a driver, and then you guys can go. Carts on the other side of you are beginning to go. Roll me a perception check.
8.
An 8.
Nat.
At 20. Very nice. On an 8, it takes you several tries. Doesn't like it. He really doesn't like it. And then one time where it feels like you've settled, you could get away with it, but it may hurt your relationship with the drum going forward.
Can I just reach over and just putting my hand on it, just
It'll
give a
be
little
safer for
flick
you
along the
driving from
line?
back here anyways.
Yeah, okay.
To
yeah.
get it to start moving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
tried. I'm gonna get off
Am
of
I-
it and get
Are you
in the
gonna
cart.
sit with him at the front to drive? You'll be right behind him.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, animal handling.
That That was
I
fun.
went down the wrong tower, but it's okay. It's a 19.
19.
Ooh.
Yeah. The Drelm just begins walking. And because it's on all fours and it's so low to the ground, its body, there's no up and down. So the only jostling you're feeling is from the ground. And not from him.
By the way, I'm going to walk alongside and mold earth for the path to keep it smooth.
He's walking at double your speed.
I don't mind sprinting.
The whole time?
For a while.
You could just sit in the cart and mold the ground ahead of you.
I could, but I like stretching my legs.
You can't action sprint and cantrip at the same time.
No, you're right.
So you would not keep up.
So he's going 60 feet? That's impressive.
He is like...
Big
Okay, no problem. I'm on the cart.
Have you ever seen an armadillo run? I can run.
I watched a very interesting documentary from in Lorehold all about pangolins. So this is interesting. Which,
what?
by the way, you probably
It's
didn't like
a
seeing on
documentary.
Hold on. There's no TV. I usually don't interject, but
Sorry, a presentation.
okay.
There you go. A lecture on
There was a very
pangolins.
interesting illusion.
I watched a
nature-
Netflix documentary.
Well, they used major image, and it was very lifelike. But because of their scales, it's like when something gets under there, they're not as flexible going forward. It's not like fur.
I would like to incite the children. I want to know if we make them uncomfortable.
They already
Yeah.
did for me.
Specifically, one of the two of us. I don't think that they are making the kids uncomfortable.
Actually, I might be making the kids uncomfortable.
Oh, well, we'll see.
I thought Avir was great with kids.
Ooh,
Sometimes he is.
My
Sometimes
legs
it's not.
asleep.
take a stand. Stand up.
Wiggle it.
It's fine.
Stand.
I can't. It's gone.
We can take a break.
17.
It's on another world right now.
Gown.
On a 17, you see two kids. One of them is a young girl,
there were
one of
only
them is a
two
young boy.
kids.
Sorry?
There were only two
kids.
There were only two kids, yeah. Two young kids. They're kind of sitting as far away from you as possible near the priestess. But they both have like the same garb as her. Sorry, what did you get again?
17.
17. Man, 17's today. You rolled as well, right?
I rolled just a straight charisma just to see about him, and it was a 5.
Okay. They're having a bit of an issue with the area. It's to say if it's you or if it's just strangers in general, you're not entirely sure. But one of them is like underneath the veil that they have that's like supposed to protect from, like, it's not religious garb, it's to protect from dust. Underneath is like dusty olive skin with like freckles and long braided hair. And the other one, the boy, is he's kind of like long limbed and he's kind of lanky, but he's wearing garb that is too big for him. And he keeps putting himself between the rest of you and her.
Aww.
We do mean to help you. We won't bring you any harm. I know that some of us look a little big and scary. I'm saying this mainly to the boy.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
That's a dirty 20.
On a dirty 20, he looks at you through the veil. His face isn't completely viewable. But the priestess leans down and whispers into his ear, and he perks up a little bit. He seems to have, his shoulders untense a little bit as he looks at you.
I just nod.
The nat 20 perception.
Yes. As you guys are pulling out, there's a constant flow of carts filled with people, all this stuff going in and out of Ruhnavor Gate. So you're not even, as you get in, you have to wait your turn to get in behind. Like, it's a constant stream. They just kind of get ahead of each other and they move them further into the canyon. And as you move out on a natural 20, you look out over to the human smuggler that had a little bit of an issue.
Smuggler?
Yeah, because you see him packing crates and opening them, and you see what look to be pure black blades before he puts them back in underneath, putting them shut. And he's about 4 carts behind you as he pulls out with another group.
Valentine. I'm going to
Glass.
lower my voice, but I'm going to project for them for this. Valentine, is there a chance that you don't have the only black blade in existence? That human over there is smuggling black blades.
I don't know what.
Does that mean anything?
There are probably other blades there are probably blades in every color. I'm not an artisan.
I think black blades are pretty common. I think.
Veer?
I've seen a few black swords in my time.
Any relevance?
Can I roll a history?
It's being
Roll me history.
smuggled.
12.
On a 12 history, black blades are not common here, like specifically in this region, but they are on this continent. Like black blades are not uncommon, but the smuggling of weapons through the canyon is odd.
Yeah, why smuggle weapons? It's already a dangerous place. People pack all the time.
Maybe he's supplying a war?
Could be ceremonial.
The war in Vencathra is pretty far away.
There's not multiple
Why
wars?
would he want to get it to Redstone?
Why does this have anything to do with us?
Well, it could be a big score.
Could be a big score, but also
Should we rob him?
I'm
I
sorry, this is
No.
quite a small cart.
No, I'm not
apologize
talking
for
about
that.
getting you guys into danger or anything.
Thank you. That's
we're
all I
actually
would
we're actually
truly care about.
contemplating trying to keep us out of danger. We just noticed
Oh.
that the carts smuggling weapons.
Yeah, I
so
can
it might be a bit
understand how
iffy.
that sounded. I didn't mean for us. I just meant a smuggling operation is always going to be a big score for
And you know,
someone.
traveling next to a smuggling operation is not always the greatest idea. As I kind of
Exactly.
try to pick up the pace a little
Yeah.
bit.
Can I do performance for a like a super whistle? What are the taxi cab whistles?
Yeah, roll me.
Ew, that's a 6 total.
Eh.
Fuck it. Pact guard?
Are you snitching?
What are you doing?
You're already
You're-
past
yeah,
the gate.
we're
Already
You're
passed?
going further
So
away.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
They're gone.
Nah, never mind.
If you got above a 15, I would have allowed something to happen, but
No, that's fine.
Hey, Glass.
No, they're too
we
far.
shouldn't snitch on people because they'll try to kill us.
Glass, respectfully, we shouldn't talk at all if we're you.
I'm afraid I'm not going to take talking advice from someone who doesn't answer a single goddamn question.
I'm very good at answering questions.
You should answer some questions with the others.
Sure.
He answers
You
my
just gotta make
questions
it-
all the time.
But also,
As I'm driving, you're just gonna hear him say, "You've just got to make a deal with him."
I've never had to. Have I made a deal?
No, not at all.
probably.
I mean, we did all sign on to be his protection. That's contract.
Oh
Allegedly.
yeah, that's true.
Our names are on that contract.
I have
Yes.
no names on a contract.
You have
Your
a
name
name on the
isn't Avir?
contract.
He put a penis.
He did, but then we got his actual name.
I don't have a signature on there.
It's not a signature, they just need a name.
That's fun.
Is your name Avir?
I
Yeah,
apologize.
Insight check on that, yep.
For this group, aside from Lenore.
Oh,
she's
that's an
wonderful.
8. Yep, that's your name.
It's all right. And as she looks at you, you can see she's not looking at you, she's looking at your shoulder, and Pibbs is like poking his eyes out. And as soon as he sees the kids, he hops down and begins like walking over, just kind of making himself known. And as soon as she sees his wings, she goes, "Oh, address him."
Yes. Can I trust that you guys won't try to sell him, or kill him, or eat him?
Absolutely. And as she removes her headdress, she is an elf. I am an elf of Lorehold, so I know the value, but I would never.
Too.
You are? You're from Lorehold?
Yeah.
Oh, where in Lorehold are you from?
Oh. I don't know.
You don't know.
Where am I from?
What's your family's last name?
Shit. She's asking me this?
Yeah.
Specifically not interrupting.
You don't have a last name?
I have two.
Oh.
No, let her work through it. Let her work through it, man. This is a thing.
I'm gonna say it quietly from everyone else, and I'll be like,
I'm literally next to you. On a bench.
Orelthian.
Orelthian. You're a gnome.
Fucking do it.
And it.
You knew it too.
Can I make a history
100%.
check on Arelthian?
Give me stealth first, and then a perception to see.
Literally on a bench next
she
to her,
could-
as she's
there-
having a
there-
conversation across
There
the
are
car.
ways,
did
if
this.
she stood up and went this right into her ear, I will allow it,
that's fair,
but it
that's
will be
fair.
perception versus stealth.
Oh.
You said stealth? Oh. Y'all are done. Dirty
Says
20.
the rogue. Dirty
Oh,
20, okay.
nice.
And perception?
It's not.
The priestess, however, does go back saying, "You're noble," a little loud, so he would hear that part.
Okay.
Not really. But where are you from?
I am actually a graduate of the Verdanthium myself.
The Verdanthium.
Yes, an alumnus from many, many years ago. I'm reaching about the mid-400s myself years.
Okay. You're probably... Glass also attended some universities there.
A fellow alumnus of the universities.
Yes, I was hoping to go with the Verdanthium next, actually.
Oh, I've... good luck.
Was it a struggle?
No, I shouldn't say.
Did you at
Where?
least go to the... Oh, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the building where you get to actually chart the stars.
Oh, the observatory.
The observatory. Beautiful, beautiful.
If it is as beautiful as it was in my day, then I'm sure it is just as good.
If it's as beautiful as you are today, I'm sure that it's worth.
Thank you very much. And she's got like pure white hair that's done up in like a bun, and she's got bangs that are kind of just coming down in front of her face. She has what looks to be like red just underneath her eyes, but it doesn't look like it's makeup or anything. It looks like it's just like a part of her skin. But it has very crisp edges. So what brings you all to the canyon?
Psoriasis?
Who are following a friend.
They don't have crisp
Following
lines.
a friend who's going
I
to
mean, it
Redstone
can.
of all places.
I believe so.
Crispy in some way, I guess.
Oh, all right.
A lot
Just
of
gonna
people go
put
through
crispy
Redstone.
eyes.
Crisp tourists and nefarious.
Most people tend to go around the other way, unless you are willing to go through the dangers of the canyon itself.
Dangers?
What-
Question mark?
What
That's
made
what
you
we're
take
here
the
for.
dangerous path?
But like, what
we're
are
on
we
a religious
talking?
mission.
Beasts.
Ruhnavor Gate
demons,
tends to be
uh,
rather hard-skinned,
muggers,
so we tend to
pirates,
travel here with
pirates?
goods to share with
Highwaymen.
those who are
Sand
homeless
pirates?
and otherwise.
Giant sand newts.
Newts?
Yes.
You're missing all the lore over here.
I'm helping. I got him.
We tend to do the missions to Ruhnavor Gate to share our goods with those who are homeless within. I can't say that the trip is never fraught, but it is always worth it.
That's very sweet.
We try to do our best, although the kids... This time was a little weirder than most.
Weirder.
Yes.
I like that term.
Well, we'd shown up in Ruhnavor maybe a month ago to do our mission here.
Okay.
And we found these kids among others, and these were the only two that didn't have a place to go back, so we're taking them with us.
Sister, are they orphans?
It seems so.
We recently saved a lot of children that are orphans.
Glass ixnay on the orphan name.
It's fine, they're also orphans.
You look over, and the kids are playing with Pibs, but the boy looks up at you, and he's paying attention.
That's okay. Children are always listening, I told you. This is important stuff. We saved children.
I don't know,
Do you think they're from
but
Windhome?
congratulations. That's good. Pardon?
Do you think they're from Windhome?
I'm not sure, actually. One of
I'm
the...
talking like I guess I'm driving, so I'm just part of the conversation, but I'm facing the
You
other
would
way.
be much louder
Yeah.
to converse with us.
The day's moving on. You guys left halfway through the
Yeah.
afternoon, so this conversation's kind of taking you into
Yeah.
the evening. And she's like, I'm not entirely sure, actually. We believe that at least one of them is from overseas. She hasn't spoken to us just yet, but she has some sort of affliction that she refuses to talk about.
Give me just a moment. Imri Delph?
No?
Sel Brevin?
No?
Joran Vel?
Can I try to take a look over my
Sorry.
shoulder at the kid?
Tasaria Mon?
Yeah, you look over your shoulder at the kid, and she's still fully covered in
The one that I said might have an affliction. I just want to look for signs of.
She's fully covered.
Fully.
Yeah, she's even got the veil and stuff on her. You can, if you get close to her, you can see that she's got like the olive-colored skin and the braided hair. That's really all you can see. They're both covered from head to toe.
I don't get any like uncomfortable vibes from the kid.
Not particularly. You can roll me Arcana if you want.
This one I haven't memorized yet. 1 sec. 21.
21. It's not unusual for children to have a magical vibe. Obviously, magic is everywhere in the world. So,
If I do feel a magical vibe on 21, am I able to tell what sort of magical vibe?
if you get close enough, they are staying on the opposite side of the carriage.
Yeah,
from
I'm
you.
not.
Yeah. Yes, an affliction. We don't know her name, but we believe that is her brother. He's been rather protective of her since everything's happened. Enough about that, though. Perhaps more when the kids are asleep. What brings your friend this way? Have you guys been staying in Windhome for quite long, or are you coming from Dorgamere Hold, or
We're coming from Windhome.
from Windhome? How was it?
It was my first time in the city. It's a very beautiful city.
Very beautiful. I love the open skies. It's always a pleasure whenever
I
we
was
go.
not very good at flying.
No?
It was a little smoky for my taste.
It got sacked.
Got sacked?
Yeah,
Well, it was attacked.
It got
at
attacked.
one point.
We've
Another
left.
conversation for after the children are asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems we've
That's
missed
why we
a bit.
left. But
Well, that's why our friend left. And now we have to find him.
Looking
Yeah.
for safer places.
and
I understand. So what brings a faithful of the Packmaster through?
My companions and the person we're looking for.
Your companions are important enough to sway your decisions.
Of course.
Is it religiously tied or personal conviction?
If I didn't do almost everything I do based on my own personal convictions, I believe that the Packmaster would not approve of my actions. Ambition leads everything.
Far too many believe that ambition is his least worthy of attention in terms of his domains. I, on the other hand, agree with you. I agree ambition is far more worth it.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, attention to the other domains tends to lead them down very dark paths. It's very nice to... Her eyes keep darting from you to your chain.
Yeah.
Roll me insight.
Yeah. It's gonna be a 9.
On a 9. Just recognition.
Yeah.
I never thought I would travel with one of his faithful.
Have you met others
Many in my past lives.
in your past lives?
Well, chapters of my life. How's that? Not actual lives.
Of actual lives.
You separate yours into chapters? I've literally got. I just
You
go
need
by
an
page.
organizational system.
It's just a saying. you know?
you need an assistant.
Oof, if they could
Don't
read
offer.
this.
I wasn't going to.
There's too many pages in that book. Sorry.
It's like
What was said before?
Written in 3 languages.
That she has.
Oh yeah,
met many.
she's met many. In what capacity? I assume
What are they like?
warlocks.
Perhaps another conversation in private. We have many days together.
I'm comfortable to speak whenever.
Are you also a religious practitioner of one of the gods? Do you wish to be? Not that I'm recruiting you or any kind. It's just
particularly.
some, like myself, tend to take faith a little bit more private than others. So I'm sorry that I won't involve you in the conversation to come.
Totally fine. I'm not offended. I'm not crying or anything. It's fine.
That's good.
Are you? Is she not crying? No. Is that not
This is spice.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
The day goes on, the dry, arid of the canyon begins to. So you're part of like a 4 or 5 man carriage who's staying together as a caravan of sorts as you head deeper in. And she explained to you that that's normal, and after a few days you tend to split apart. And as you continue, it's getting dark and dark enough to the point where the cart in front of you is beginning to slow down. It's like, oh, looks like we're going to be making camp one of the regular spots here coming up. Do any of you need a bedroll or anything? We'll be happy to supply.
Yes,
got mine.
please.
I've got mine. He usually makes a hole in the dirt.
I do. I make an orthopedic section.
You have a tent, so
Orthopedic section.
But I wouldn't mind a blanket.
A blanket? Absolutely, we have several blankets. The Drelm, once we've parked, I would, if you would like to, I could use some help dismantling his harness.
okay.
If we don't, he tends to take the carriage with him when he goes to sleep, and that's not a good thing.
Okay, I'm gonna run over and start unbuckling stuff.
Yeah, the one in front of you kind of pulls into an area, and it looks like it's a point where the canyon kind of comes into a natural like 90-degree angle, and they've cleared out the area of like cactuses and small arid plants and weeds that are around. But it's all rock. There's no sand. It's not a desert or anything. It's all rock. And it looks like this place has been used as a like wayward point for however long they've been doing these trips. And they park as normal, and everybody kind of comes out, and all these carts are next to each other to make kind of like a communal, everybody is sitting around a single bonfire kind of thing. And as, give me an animal handling.
Is the pause captain?
Not one.
Ooh.
On a nat
Oh, wait.
1,
Doesn't she have help because they're doing it together?
I will give you help.
Please. Okay. Thought it was another. It's
It's very close to a nat one.
7. So 8.
You just need to breed a 10. On an 8.
It's not that one.
It's difficult because you've never harnessed and unharnessed a Drelm before.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
So you don't really know what you're doing. You don't hurt him on a nat 1, you would have. But you just have difficulty undoing all of the stuff. But as soon as you do and he's free, you feel him go. Like checking if he's still harnessed. And then as soon as he does, you see Alderin go, back up, back up. Do you back up? Because you're both on different sides of him, so she's like, back up, back up.
Well, so like she's on the other side?
Of him, yes.
What?
Back up, and you're gonna miss it.
What?
That's a nat 20.
Oh no! I'd like to use my reaction in order to silvery barbs. I just get a sense that something bad is gonna happen. Is that an attack?
It's not an attack.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Unfortunately.
Don't worry about it. Thought it was an attack.
And him feeling that he's unharnessed, he does this and he immediately stomps forward, like super quickly, kind of getting up to the other side of the fire, like closer to where the path is. And as he does, he steps on your foot. You're gonna take 3 points of damage.
Crushing damage.
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Damage. As he stomps on your foot, and he goes all the way up to the thing, and Priestess Alderin goes, "Oh my goodness!" and comes over, and she will give you a cure wounds.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry to pause.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. This is why, when unharnessing, they tend to get distance as quickly as possible. So you need to stay back.
Okay.
Next time, we're here for a few days. So
Next
you'll learn.
time.
And she will heal you for
I'll look it up.
2. So you're still down one hit point.
Okay.
Not cure wounds. It's just kind of like healing hands or similar to that.
It hurts so much.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm gonna start gathering provisions for a copper fire.
Actually, as the cart kind of settles into its spot and the Drelm is unhooked, Pibbs is playing with the kids, and as they're like, the 2 kids are about to hop out the back of the cart, Pibbs' claw catches the hood of the young girl, and the hood flies off, and you see a spider web of veins, black and green as the night, coming all the way up and into her eye, and the colors of her iris and her pupil are inverted.
I knew it.
And as soon as she does, she screams and she covers it.
I'm gonna do a little whistle and tell Pibbs to come to me.
Yeah, Pibbs just,
He needs to
over
fix
you.
your toe.
The boy puts her hat back on in the veil, and they hop out, and she goes with him over to where they're going to be making tents and stuff. What'd you guys like to do?
Did I see that?
Yeah. The only one who didn't would be Lenora, who was at the front of the carriage.
Okay. First things first. Is this an area with the smuggler?
Yes, the smuggler will be with you.
Okay. You guys should do something because I'm going to walk over to the smuggler.
Glass, what?
Can you not start trouble, please?
Oh, trust me, I'm not starting trouble.
It sounds like you're starting trouble.
That's a
I know
lie.
you don't intend to, but you are.
you do tend
It's
to
okay.
do that.
Let me do the thing. That
What
I
are
want
you?
to.
What are you going to do?
I walk away. I'm not going to answer your question.
At least he won't get me arrested this time.
Yes, we're gonna stick together. We're gonna stick together. And if it comes to it, we don't know.
Okay.
Try to
This
see
is not
if I
if
can
the smuggler
pull
walks up to us. We
Alderin
don't know that
aside.
dragon man.
Yeah. She finishes healing Lenora.
She's healing Lenora. Maybe if I could
That's smart.
flank her over to some of the provisions and stuff.
Yeah, she'll come over to you. Did you need something?
And I'll be kind of like getting stuff together to like get again like a cook fire going with provisions and stuff. Wait, did we get the name of the kids? No. Right?
No.
And it was a girl that had the
Mm-hmm.
the sister of the pair that you're traveling with. You mentioned she had an affliction.
Yes. She looks back to make sure that she's at a distance from the kids, and the kids are at the very back, kind of she putting her hat back on. The boy's helping her. When we found her, the man who handed her over to us was saying that she would frequently wake up in the night from nightmares. Thankfully, with the reason that they handed her over to us was because hopefully the goddess of dreams, the guide, would be able to ease her sleep, and she has been relatively normal since, but it has been difficult. There's veins going up. I don't think she's long for this world, unfortunately.
She needs help guiding what she's going through. And I'm not
I agree.
sure. Do you think you know someone who can do that?
Absolutely. I'm hoping to take her back to my church and bring in my leaders.
I think I might know people who could help this girl. And he's going to, as he's like getting stuff together, like stand up slightly and pull back the collar of his shirt, and he's going to. Sorry, 1 sec. Let me go back to my stuff. I'm going to use Cursive Binding on glass.
What distance?
And
What's the distance?
60 feet.
Oh,
I think
that
no?
works.
And just show, like as I use Cursive Binding, just like choosing him as the
Because you
person
needed
out
to
of
use it to
nowhere,
show it. Yeah.
it's gonna like come up from my chest and spread a little bit up the neck, not fully, but you'll see it come out.
She looks surprised. I believe there is a save for this.
so-
So it's a strength saving throw.
I'm shit at those. And what does it do?
You're big, but not
paralyzed.
strong.
Yeah, it paralyzes.
Yeah, but like, what does it look like? Because you described what happens to you. What happens to me?
I've never thought of that before.
Fuck me, I made it. It's an 18. 19 minus 1.
So nothing happens to you.
1. Yeah, so nothing would happen to you. You would just keep
Oh, that's
walking.
perfect.
Yeah.
You feel sudden indigestion.
I think you just feel like an overwhelming presence, and then like I don't know how to describe it. Like, not that you're paralyzed as in you can't move. It's that there's such a presence enveloping you that your body can't actually push past it.
Like being buried underground.
Yeah, like suddenly like you just under this
Like
weight, this
strong
pressure all around you. So you probably just feel like an instance of this, but then just continue through it, and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. And after she's seen it, I'm going to purge. What is it called?
Purge toxins?
Purge toxins, yeah.
Okay.
And so it retracts down back into.
She looks at you surprised, like she's never seen anything like this before, and she just goes, "Do you know what illness she has?"
I don't think this is an illness. This is corruption from an incredibly awful being beyond this world. And to my knowledge, I don't think it's curable. The people who I've traveled with previously, many of them didn't make it to adulthood, but some did, and some of us have thrived in this world.
Then I hope she can be the next. I have no intention of handing her over in any case, but perhaps in our travels you can speak with her. We haven't gotten a single word out of either of them. We don't even know their names, just that they came from somewhere overseas. If you could speak with her, that would be great. Any information on any of this would be ideal, but
The things she's seen are likely so awful that I'm really not quite surprised that she hasn't spoken. I know some of the other kids who didn't speak for a long time. Some never did. It definitely affects everybody differently, from what I know. But I think with guidance, she has a likely chance of making it.
I agree. Being a faithful of the guide. Guidance is our specialty. Then anything you can do while we're traveling together, I would appreciate it.
If you have knowledge on, sorry, I don't have this written down, but the layer of, there's veil layers.
Which one?
The one that has the
Harbinger of...
Harbingers.
Yours? Is that a confirmation? Yes, yours.
Huh? Harbingers? Which one has the Harbingers?
They all
There.
have Harbingers.
Which one has a Harbinger of
Go ahead.
Pestilence.
pestilence?
Yes.
That should be the Aether or the Umbra. I think it's the Umbra. Umbra. And the Umbra is the second layer.
Does your order have knowledge on the Umbra?
We have knowledge of most things pertaining to the Veil, yes.
Do you
It would
think
be
your
in
order
archives.
is going to have this kid's best interests in mind, or are they going to just study her like some of these other universities
No,
have?
no, we...
I want to make clear that it's best that she's kept far away from the universities.
Absolutely.
There's people there that are causing this.
There are many reasons why, being an alumnus, I've not been back in a very long time. While I fully agree, I cannot tell you what my superiors will do. I can only tell you that I believe in them and I believe them to be great men.
She's going to be hunted her whole life, is one thing. And it's going to be no, it's the other one.
You want the name?
There's a university name, and I'm looking for it because it's been a
Verilion?
second. Is it the Verillion?
Verillion is the one that you mentioned to me before.
Yes. The Verillion's going to be hunting her entire life. They're the ones that have caused this to happen.
I don't mean to sound crass. While this is good information to have, I'm more interested in making sure she has life first.
It's a good start, but she has to be able to enjoy it long enough. I'll
Step
try
by
to
step.
do what I can. Do I know? Did Coda guide us in any way to get some of the people to where we were, or did they just like by chance? Was it like just like some made it, some didn't?
You're not sure. I mean, it wasn't an exact science at the time either, right? So Coda was also attempting different things because nobody knew this before.
I'll try to do what I can to help her. Can't really guarantee anything, as this is a bit of a roll of the dice. But I think she's had contact with a Harbinger, and that's not going to leave her anytime soon.
A Harbinger? What is a Harbinger?
Something worth looking into. And he's gonna pick up the stuff and start walking off to go make a cook fire.
Okay. We'll go over to you. You have left the group.
Yes. When this magic took hold, I do stop.
Okay.
And I look around to see who is looking at me that cast a spell.
It was so offhand that even getting you to roll would be difficult.
Okay, I'll continue as if nothing happened.
Not impossible, just difficult.
You can roll perception if you want.
Well, I wasn't asked for a roll, so I wasn't sure if I was allowed.
Yeah.
Hey, 17.
Unfortunately,
That's fine.
17 total, right? Or 17
Yeah, 17
plus?
total.
Okay. Yeah.
14 plus 3.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm gonna head over to the gentleman and the human
Okay.
smuggler.
The human is with a few of his compatriots and some mercenaries that he was able to find back at the gate. They're beginning to make the large fire that people are going to be sitting around later.
Hello.
Yes!
Good to see you again. Oh, don't worry about it. I was
Oh.
wondering if we could conduct some business.
Some business.
Do you want some help with that?
I'm always up for business. As you do that, one of the people was like halfway in putting some logs in still because they hadn't fully built it. It's like, ah!
Sorry.
Fucking Dragonborn. And he walks back to his cart.
Whoops.
Business. You wanted to do business.
Yes, behind the cart, though. Obviously.
By all means, that's where my goods are.
Oh, wonderful.
Let us go.
I travel.
What would you like? What kind of business are you going to do?
Well, I couldn't help but notice you might be selling defensive products.
His face immediately darkens.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Damn, I was really hoping to get one for an exorbitant price. I'm part dragon, you see, and
I can see.
yes, so I like having nice things.
It's very good.
Is there any chance I could buy one off you?
Bone persuasion.
7 plus 3 for a 10. That was definitive.
On a 10, he looks at you and you can see like the tension in his head, in his muscles, so that he doesn't look back at his own things before looking back at you, and just stays looking at you. And he says, "I don't know what it is you mean, but all of my goods
I understand. It's
are
okay.
already bought."
Oh, fuck. That makes a lot more sense. Why wouldn't a merchant have purchased goods for travel? Any chance I could meet the proprietor? In Redstone?
I'm not going to Redstone.
Oh. Do you know where these are going? Could I pay you for the information? I do like things.
Roll persuasion.
It's one more. It's 11. 8 plus 3.
On 11,
Damn.
that beats a 10. To
It
get
does.
money for information,
Yeah.
he kind of like, how much?
Oh, at least 2 gold.
At least 2 gold. I want to say at least 10.
How about we start at 5?
This is some important goods that I have. If I'm to tell you who purchased these goods, I would be putting my reputation on the line.
That's fair. How about this? I'll meet your price at 10, and I won't bargain any further, and you don't stab me in the back tonight. Or a different night. I'm just kidding about that part. I am meeting you with a deal.
He smiles. You've got yourself a deal.
Good. I reach in,
It's like
I
I've
got
got
10
other
gold.
people for stabbing you in the back.
Thank you. These goods have been bought and paid for by a Lord Orelthian of Lorehold.
Orelthian.
Yes.
Do you know what college Orelthian is?
I'm not sure what college this elf is part of, but he's a noble of Lorehold. That's all I know. Deep, deep pockets.
Heard you have a
Orelthian. Wow. Just a little cherry on top. Do you mind telling me just how much one of these would cost?
One of my goods
One of your precious goods.
would have cost 250.
Enchanted.
Who carries enchanted goods? I certainly don't.
No, you don't. Why would you? Well, if for some reason you wanted to make some extra money on the travel, who's to say that goods don't fall off the cart? And I walk away.
Okay. As you walk away, he calls over one of his assistants. He's like, shuffle the goods around. And he goes back behind his cart as you walk away.
Perfectly fine.
And stab that one in the back for me later.
I am so angry at you. I'm so angry at you. What do you mean that glass has the ability to be tactful and you haven't been using that this entire time?
What do you mean?
You asshole. You know how to talk to people, you've just been doing it wrong on purpose.
You're a
Yes.
dynamic presence.
I hate you.
What is Valentine doing?
I
As
do have
everything's kind of
+3 in
being set up.
charisma for a reason.
Valentine would be making sure that Lenora and he were set up in like a pretty safe, like guarded position for like our bedrolls and stuff, because I'm mostly worried about her being attacked in the night or like stolen from or something. I really don't think anyone's gonna try it with him. I think if they try it with me, I'll kill them. So, like, I don't know about Avir, but he's also kind of abrasive. So I'm mostly worried about her.
You're very careful.
Yeah.
And then I'd be, helping out if the sister needed anything. I would make myself available to her.
She seems to have kind of offered her services to cook for everybody. The meals kind of come out. What are you doing?
I mean, I would be hanging out with Valentine, but I'd also... Where did the drum go?
The drum went up to like the edge of the path, so he's just off the road, and he did that thing that like desert spiders do, where they shiver into the ground. So only the ridge and the spines
I love
can be
it.
seen
That's
above
so
the,
cute.
above the
Yes.
ground.
I love it.
She'd be watching that, very fascinated by it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
hanging out with Valentine, just following him around.
At some point, maybe half an hour after the sun completely sets, you can hear the ground kind of go
Oh, it's snoring.
as and it scales like a pangolin, like a ripple, go
Cool.
as he snores in the ground.
Love that.
Unlike everybody else, the priestess is the only one who's using a drill. Everybody else has the ostraceratops, who are all kind of bustled together and nestled into like a part where two wagons had kind of closed them off, and they're kind of separated from the rest of you guys.
I see you admiring the drum. Do you eventually want to get one? Or some sort of mount or larger companion?
It's a little big, but I mean, sure.
As you say, sure, Pibbs goes at your knee.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to imply she replaced you,
goes.
but sir. I thought you could also use a noble steed. I say this to Sir Pibbles.
She went around your leg, or he went around your legs and just kind of sat, and he looks like proud. Like, of course I could use a steed.
I just nodded. I don't know where I stand with this animal. I don't know.
And the night comes to take you. Yes.
On this first night, I
Yep.
just need to know, does the priestess perform any kind of ritual for the children? Because she said that one of her, the moon, the guidance, and dreams. So, going to sleep. Kids.
She does not perform any kind of magical anything, but she does wrap the girl in like a golden thread, very similar to the gold on her person.
Any magical significance?
You have no idea. You can roll me Arcana if you want.
I would, instead of religion. That's 5.
It's shiny.
Shiny thread? Could be
Yeah.
good, could be good.
I
Thank you.
would like to offer to keep watch tonight, because I'm the only one who hasn't done it yet, and I feel bad.
Before we get to sleep,
Yeah.
Is it like
Thank you.
sand?
No. There's no sand. It's just rock. It's all rock. Yeah. It's a canyon.
So Avir's gonna cook up some dinner at a fire, get all that done. He's going to then.
Well, it's rock and like stone dust is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not like sandy like a desert.
Yeah.
Is it cold now that it's night?
Yes, it does get quite chilly, but not like unbearably.
So before it's fully dark, Avir's gonna practice his sword handling and
Okay.
like do a workout.
Nice.
Cool.
Sword
So
handling.
he's just gonna be in his. I don't know what you call it. Breeches, I guess. Like his pants. He's in pants, but he's
Yeah.
shirtless because it's fucking hot, and he's gonna be
Yeah, it's hot.
practicing. He's gonna be practicing sword fighting and moving through like the motions of stuff like forms and things. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a solo activity or do you spar?
If someone comes to help, like
I
want to
say
spar,
that.
then I could. Oh,
Yeah.
do you say that?
Oh yeah,
I've sparred before. It's a fun time.
you spar.
Do you have a sword?
I have a dagger.
It's good enough
Do you
for
want
me.
my sword?
You have a sword? Oh yeah. I would love to try it. Thank you.
And yes, you can take first watch as long as you wake us if anything happens.
You two, roll me perception.
All right.
Also, Lenora is gonna like,
And I'll offer to take second watch. I hope you're better at
and her
perception than
face
I
is
am
gonna
right
get
now.
red a little bit.
6.
Oh shit.
She's distracted.
6 and
There's shirtless dudes around. And one more is rolls a 2.
So 5.
and a 5. You guys don't see anything.
We're both.
And you guys
Both
spar into the night.
Yeah,
The first
yeah.
person to do watch will be Lenora. And I think that's where we're gonna go to break. Back. As we come back in on the first night, 3 of you asleep or meditating, doing whatever you need. Lenora on first watch. We're gonna take care of something that happened a few days ago.
Ooh.
When Valentine reached out, you felt a connection, but it didn't do much. You felt that there was something there, but ever since, you felt the connection there. Tonight, you feel it the strongest. Is there anything you do before going to bed in terms of intent?
If he feels it the strongest, yeah, he would probably wait for these two to be asleep. I know she's taking watch.
I also meditate. You know that by now.
For you to be meditating then.
Cool.
You're
I do
laid
meditate.
back in your
Yeah,
orthopedic
with
dirt
my
chair.
book open and my
So-
pen like this, just staring at the stars.
You're staring at the stars, not at me, that's fine.
Well, I'm gonna look at you because I'm meditating. I'm just telling you exactly what's happening. That way I can shut up for the rest of this.
You'll go to the other side of the cart then. Away from you. Because you're annoying. Alright. Yeah, no, he is, he is very focused on feeling that connection and just, he's trying to remember how it used to feel to be him. He's very focused on that feeling.
Okay. As Valentine focuses in on
And he'll
that
probably
feeling,
pace a little bit.
as you focus on that feeling and you feel that connection, but it hasn't done anything. The 2 days, you could feel it ever since you tried and nothing happened. It's getting more and more potent as you pace, as you do everything here, but you can't get there. Do you just go to sleep?
I
do you
don't
do?
think he would yet.
What do you
I think like as long as it's sort of gotten stronger, but it's like capped off at a certain point, kind of deal. Yeah,
It's like one of those things where you're trying to reach for something and you can never reach it.
Yeah, I think he would pace for quite a while, like
Okay.
like quite a long time. And he's both like frustrated at the fact that he can't reach it, but he's also trying to like use it to imagine himself back to who he used to be, and
Okay.
sort of like live in that.
So, roughly an hour goes by of frustration, of condemnation, of this feeling being unattainable. And it comes in waves of like you're right there, if you could just reach out just a little bit more, you could grab it. And then it just falls away again. And then just as you're finally coming up that wave again, you feel it connect. You can reach out and you can touch it. It's like dragging your nail across a chalkboard, but just barely. And it hurts for a moment, but it's not like a pain that would actually hurt your health. It's just, it's like a separation of something that should not be being, if that makes sense. Something that should not be on its own. Something that should not be separated. Something that should not be somehow obviously being. And you touch it, and at the top of that wave, you hear a voice. And it's muffled. I'd like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh!
That one.
Nat 1.
For a total of, I don't think it matters. Total of 5.
For a total of 5.
From a nat 20 to a nat 1.
Oh, maybe it's good that I'm failing it.
All you hear is tons and like paragraphs worth of behind like a glass wall that completely separates anything other than the sound. And you hear it, like, if possible, whatever's on the other side trying to get your attention is like banging on it and attempting to get your attention. And the last word you finally hear is brother, and it disappears.
Sure, it has the voice.
It is feminine. And
Oh no.
you're going to get a d12 that you can use on anything.
What?
Okay.
What?
I'm
And-
worry about her now.
And in behind, as you blink, as your body is just attempting to settle these feelings as the wave begins to calm, you close your eyes, standing, and behind that pane of glass, completely misted, you can't see behind it, but you know where the banging was coming from. And behind them is a massive shadow of something with a very long face, 4 spindly arms, looks like there's something in their hand, a long contract down one of them, and a long robe and horns that twist out the side. And as the wave calms and the glass moves further and further away, its arms begin to curl in front of it, and then it goes away.
Do I recognize the silhouette?
You can roll me. Oh, what would this be? You can roll me history, arcana, or religion.
I think we're all the same. It's a 3.
On a 3, you've never seen anything like this before. There are several things that come to mind that could fit that, but they're all very, like, there's so many, it's difficult to pick one. And the wave settles. And as it settles, your mind settles back, the wave is gone. There's nothing else to reach for in this moment.
I sort of just like, I check myself over to see if anything's changed.
Roll me arcana.
I'm not just looking for like Arcana. I'm also looking for like if there's any physical change. 3.
3.
That's 2 twos in
I'm
a
gonna
row.
start rolling this time.
Dice fail.
Would you like the prison?
No,
It's up there.
I don't believe in putting my dice in prison. I believe that you can be good. I'm just gonna give you a little break.
That's so kind.
There's minimal. You can also roll me investigation.
Oh, it's better.
It's better. It's a 10 total.
10. The base of your horns is a little thicker. They extend a little longer. It's not terribly noticeable, but being as
Yeah.
upright as you are,
I care so
it's
much about
something
my
that you know.
appearance.
Exactly.
I care so much about that. I would notice.
There's a sharpness in your elbow that kind of, it's not like protruding, but it's stranger.
Okay.
And on the 3, there's an aspect of you that feels normal, that is
Yeah.
connected to what you just saw, but other than that, you have no idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna, after all this pacing, which I'm sure she's heard, and he's logged.
Pacing.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk back around and like sit on the bedrolls. I assume where are you taking watch from?
Like, so we're up against a canyon, sort of, right? I'd be near the fire because it's cold, but just looking out at the around where isn't wall.
I would come and sit by the fire with you,
Okay.
and I'm just sort of staring into it.
You're not alone. There's a few other humans around, but it doesn't look like the majority of them want to talk. They're literally, like, they're pacing back and forth, like, between wagons. They're not paying much attention to the fire. The majority of everybody else has gone to sleep.
You okay?
Yeah. You?
Yeah. I heard your armor doing the thing again.
I understand. I'm not quiet. Yes.
You wanna talk about it?
I think I'm just missing my family.
Oh. So, you said you have 3 siblings?
I do have 3 siblings. Yes.
Which one do you miss the most?
My little sister.
Were you guys, I guess you guys were close.
I'd say the closest of any of us.
Big smile. Trauma.
What's her name, if that's okay for me to ask?
We can call her Nikki.
Nikki.
It's
That's
close.
cute. That's cute.
I'd rather the others not.
That's exactly why I was gonna ask. May I roll? Or no, I'm technically long resting. This is passive?
You're long resting? Then you're not paying attention to
No,
this
you
at
know
all.
what I mean. I'm doing my 4-hour.
So you're meditating.
I'm meditating. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, passive.
So how quiet are you? Would it
We're
be?
pretty quiet.
They're-
We're by the
they're
fire
like
too.
30
we're-
feet away from you.
Yeah.
I know,
we're far
30
away.
feet.
Yeah, he's not being loud. It's
So-
nighttime.
Okay, so a 13 would hear.
I'm gonna say no.
Cool. Thank you. Established.
So, I noticed that there's always a bit of hesitation when it comes to names. Do names have importance?
Of course names have importance. Why do you think I was so angry with Rheagor for not giving me anything to call him by? I think it's extremely rude.
Okay, like it's not... Like, of course knowing someone's name is important, but like, is there more to it than
Are you
that?
talking like a Fae thing?
I don't know. I just...
No.
I noticed that you were hesitant to give Glass your brother's name and stuff like
Yes,
that.
that's because Glass is a bitch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't told him your siblings' names either, and I won't.
What about your family? Do you have any? Is this a?
I
Obviously.
guess you heard the... I forget her name. Hold on. Sister Alderon earlier? Is that regarding that? Or is it just polite small talk?
It's neither.
I'm not nervous at all.
I'm genuinely just asking about your family. You don't have to tell me who they are, but do you have them?
Yeah. I do. Well, I did and I do. My mom passed away a while ago, so I've been living with my dad, and he
Condolences.
kind of sucks. So
Oh.
that's why I'm out here.
I was left with the better half of my two parents.
Okay.
So.
Which mom or dad?
Oh, my mother.
Okay. Usually
Wonderful.
the mothers are cooler. They're
Ours
usually
gay.
nicer.
So I'm sorry about any siblings.
I have one sibling. He's a bit of a dick. He's my father's, he's like my half sibling. He's a younger brother. He's a bit of a dick.
Not
Yeah.
close at all.
No.
Did you grow up together?
Not really. So my mom and my dad are like not. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I'm a bastard. So my
Ah.
mom was like not with my dad. So he's with my stepmom and my dad. And yeah, he never really liked me, so
For that reason.
I think so. I think it's like a competition sort of thing.
Is that why you left Lorehold?
Kind of. Sort of. Yeah, they suck. I needed to see the outdoors. I needed to get out of Lorehold, but there's a lot of...
Did you want a claim to your like noble birthright?
No.
No, you don't want to be in competition.
No, I don't.
If you change your mind, I'd help you.
No, I did.
Oh, glory.
I
Heads
wasn't-
coiled in your lap. At that offer, perks up and stares right at you.
I look back at Pibbles and I wink.
Make it an intimidation.
He only looks at you and his eyes slip. He just stares.
Yep.
This conversation continues.
Little heart.
I wasn't born into it, so I'm not really like a noble. I wouldn't be able to have any claim, and that's completely fine.
Unless they all died.
Yeah, but then that's a lot of responsibility.
Oh, if you don't want
I'd
it,
have to get married.
what's so wrong with getting married?
Nobles suck.
Okay, well, you wouldn't have to necessarily say, if you're the only person with a blood claim to your entire bloodline, and then you could marry whoever you want and bring them into that family. They wouldn't necessarily have to be a noble.
Quick question: is feudalism the same way as it would be? Like, is it like women can choose those things?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not.
It's for any race aside from human, it's not super gender specific.
Oh, okay, so I would be able to. Yeah, but like, you know, they say there's a lot of fish in the sea, but a lot of the fish, like, there's a lot of trash in the sea. You know what I mean?
So
It's just nobles or.
but do you
I just-
want to find, you're saying you never want to get married? You're gonna
I
be
mean,
a
yeah.
Tressum lady?
That doesn't sound half bad. Pibbles is pretty great. I mean, of course, like, I would like to get married, but like, I want to meet a person. I don't want it to be a political arrangement.
Well, I just think you shouldn't rule it out. I think marriage is a wonderful thing.
Yes, you're engaged.
Of course I am.
Of course,
How-
Valentine would like contracts.
Give me one of those.
How,
Especially the
DM
marital
bread.
shirt. Feed him.
All right, continue. Didn't mean to completely interrupt that. All right, continue.
having a deep moment here?
I didn't mean for him to just throw it. That's why that's the closest one. Anyway, continue.
This is what's happening on the other side of the fire while
Jesus
they're having
Christ.
this conversation. This is bananas.
So how did you and it was Ashley, right?
Yes.
How did you guys meet?
My mother introduced us.
Oh, okay. How, like, is there a story there? Was there something funny?
We exchanged letters before we formally met.
So it was kind of like arranged, but not really like your mom.
Oh,
kinda-
definitely.
Okay. Do you like her?
Oh, of course, she's wonderful.
Okay.
She's the love of my life.
Your
Aw.
mother? Sorry.
That too, yes. I'm a man who's proud to love his mother. Thank you very much. Go back to your meditation.
Now you're meditating. Shut up. Jesus.
life.
Yeah, she's wonderful. Beautiful. Very smart.
Aw.
Very real. That's the biggest thing.
You're asleep too! Don't rag on me for that!
I'm having bonding time. Get out of here.
We love it, that's why we comment.
I forget what was the last thing you said. They keep interrupting.
Very smart.
Very smart.
They just don't love love. It's their problem.
They're jealous. It's okay, so am I. But
You're jealous? We can find you someone.
yeah.
You're wonderful. I'm sure that any man would be happy to have you.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Fred.
Not my brother.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I feel like your brother isn't that kind of.
You know, he's already been married, so.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. So is this like. How would I ask this? It's like your family's like. Are you from this world? Like, how does.
I'm from Ithlorin. It's a different continent.
So are you guys like royalty too? So you're pretty fancy, so I'm assuming.
Oh, I'm important. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't lie when I've said that I'm important. That's not a lie.
So not nobility important, just important like.
Just important. We'll leave it at that for now.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I had to. That's
You
all I
guys
was gonna.
sit-
We will
In
find
relatives.
you someone.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. We don't need to. Yeah, that was just a joke.
You don't want a love story?
I mean, sure, but
I
like,
want you to have a love. Everyone should have a love story.
Yeah, but that's not like what I'm after right now. But I mean.
No, but it could make everything better, or much, much worse. It depends on how strong you are.
Oh. Strong.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Love makes people weak. If you aren't strong enough to overcome it.
Okay, that's fair.
I love that.
You seem to have a lot of experience in this. I only read books. I don't know anything about
What
anything.
books do you like?
Well, I mean, a bit of everything. So, like, I would read a lot of romance novels, and of course, like, it's all.
What's your favorite?
Oh God, what are you doing? I don't know what books would be in this universe.
The Orc and the Huntress.
No.
I like that. That should be a series.
I would just read whatever was in my father's library, and
But you don't have a favorite story?
I don't know what's in this universe.
You can,
Make it-
if you
I'll
make it
make
up off the
up
top of your
whatever
head,
you
I'll
want.
make it.
Elf Daddies for Dummies.
This is one of the
Oh,
best
no.
names. Wow.
I'm not creative.
What, did
Oh my God.
There's-
what would Lenora have taken off of a shelf of tens of hundreds of books in a weird office of an elf guy who could be evil?
Like the star in her eye or something.
Does she?
I don't know.
Well, what kind of story? Is she like a Romeo and Juliet kind of girl, or is she like a Twilight kind of girl, or is she a like It Ends With Us kind of girl? Like, how bad are we going?
Or are
down
these
the
like
road?
schmutty romantic books? Like
Oh, here you go.
Those schmutty monster books.
Schmutty monster books. It's just like the vampire meets the,
The
I don't
Bakery
know,
Dragon
There you
is not a
go.
romance.
Bakery,
go.
the Bakery Dragon.
There you go.
I love it so
Aww.
much. This is my favorite romance novel.
That's it.
We're not
About how
sponsored.
much a dragon loves its baked goods.
That's what Glass is reading
Yeah,
right
yeah, yeah. Way to a dragon's heart is through his stomach.
she
True
would
baked
be-
goods.
True literature.
In world, there are many stories of like heroic romances. There's a lot of tragedies specifically about heroes whose names are carved in the Viren faith. A lot of them have romance, but they chose to throw away their romantic ties to save the greater good. And then there's some other books. Roll me history. On a 19, there are some stories that you remember in your father's library, kind of tucked away in a single bottom corner of a whole shelf. Like he has a huge library, but the majority of it isn't romance stories.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
And you find like 2 or 3 books that talk the the strife between the love between two spirits of the moon and the sun, and how they can only meet, and it explains basically eclipses and how they wait to meet again every few years. Yeah.
Okay, so she could describe that one to you.
That's sad.
It is very sad, but it was well written.
I believe it. A lot of romances are tragedies. I'd say the majority.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme, which is...
Quite a shame, and
Kinda
I don't
scary.
believe that it must be that way.
I hope not.
You know that the that story specifically wasn't much of a tragedy. It was more about. It was actually quite happy. It was very much, although they are forever stuck in their routines,
They still get
the
to see
happiest
each
time
other.
they get to see each other. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that it can't be more.
They can't be together all the time.
Yeah.
And then there was another story at the bottom, which was a little bit more tragic, but about a great druid and his wife, a druidess, who had passed on to help create the canopy. And when she passed away, she gave her life to become the caretaker of the canopy, which means he could never see her again. Except at the end of that book, it was all about how no matter what animal he comes across, if they're near death, he will stay with them until they die, so that he can be close to his beloved on the other side when she collects that spirit. Yeah.
There's also that one about
So a
the
lot of
Tabaxi
tragedy.
Rikiri.
Sorry?
There's one
I
about
had a
Tabaxi
limited amount
Rikiri
of
going to go
options.
save his wife.
This is why you are not enthused
Who
about
knows?
love. We need to change this.
From what happened between my mom and my dad, it doesn't seem to always end well.
Doesn't have to be that way for you, though. Beat the odds.
Yeah, that's just
Overcome
why
it.
I'm not super jumping into it, but we'll
And
see.
you don't have to. But if you want practice or help, I'm here for you.
Practice, okay?
I can help teach you how to relationship.
Okay.
However you want. I don't mean I'm not going to impose. I will protect you. I would love to be your friend.
Aw,
But I am
I
engaged.
thought you were already my friend.
And I'm glad that you consider me a friend. I am having a very hard time convincing the others. I only just convinced Rheagor and then he ran away.
I considered you my friend from the beginning, but it's fine.
We were on the same page. Wonderful. I'm gonna have a nap and then I'm gonna take over for your watch.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Sleep well.
Avir, give me, what is your passive perception?
That was great.
11.
11. Your passive is 13?
13.
I'm getting called out for daddy issues in the...
On,
That's why we're here.
on an 11 and a 13, you both hear, shh, relax, as the elven priestess is attempting to calm the young girl who's... It sounds like she's in pain.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to them.
Okay?
I'm gonna pay attention.
I'm going to crouch down.
As you get closer, I'd like you to make me a constitution saving throw.
Damn. Oh, excuse me.
15.
On a 15, you take 11 points of damage.
Wow.
What kind of
As
damage?
you get within a few feet of her, your veins begin to as with each heartbeat, it goes further and further, and it begins to overtake your neck. And as you do this, and as you get closer, and the elf kind of looks over her shoulder at you, she looks pale and sweating, and she looks down at the girl who's also writhing, but hers is a completely different color. It's dark purple, deep purple and black. While yours is the yellow and green and black.
Sorry, how much damage was that?
11.
11. And it was what sort of damage again? Necrotic or?
This is necrotic damage. Yeah.
Oh, this is my thing. Yeah. So shit. Okay.
You can roll me insight if you'd like.
Yeah, I definitely will. 1 sec. I'm also gonna quickly.
How far are they from me?
You are over at the fire, so you're about 30 feet away.
Okay. So I wouldn't be noticing him going to check it out.
Unfortunately not, because they're behind the wagon.
Oh, okay.
So it's the fire, you, the line of wagons, and then the people who are asleep.
I'm gonna like curse and pull one of the vials from my thing, pulling the cork with my teeth and spitting out and drinking it quick.
Okay.
I'm drinking vermilion.
Okay.
And I'm going to, continue to try to push closer to the girl.
Okay. As you push closer to the girl, I'd like another Constitution save. As you get down at her side, you are next to her now.
It's a 14.
On a 14, you take 4 points of necrotic damage.
I'm gonna try
As with each heartbeat, it's coming up across your cheekbone now and up across your brow.
I'm gonna try to take a deep breath, and I'm going to try to. I want to talk to the girl and explain.
She looks at you frantically. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to do. And she's casting magic on the girl, trying to keep her.
Yeah, and I'm gonna reach down and like cut the edge of the girl's face to get her to make eye contact with me amongst her spasms or whatever she's going through.
Burning up. You see
Yeah.
like the black braids and the illness going up and crossing over her eye.
Yeah.
As she's burning up and you look over at her, the only eye that's open is the one the colors have been inverted.
Yeah.
And as you get down, the eye looks at you, but there's no consciousness behind it. Like it's just looking right at you. And as it does, you can see, just like yours, with each heartbeat, it continues.
Can I try something?
Yeah, go
Can
for
I
it.
try
whatever
to
you want.
cast Blood Maledict Amplified, but on what I think is like a separate entity fighting over her? Can I try to like use the entity to try to bind it in place so that it can't push further rather than bind her?
I'm gonna say if you can roll me a high enough Arcana that you can separate the two, then I would allow it.
Oh, but is this is at
This
has to do with all the stuff that I usually ask about. Jesus Christ.
19.
It has to be in the tray.
It's like an 11.
On 11, not high enough.
I'm going to try to explain to her, you need to breathe out and picture pushing whatever you feel out of your body. You have to picture it coming out from your fingers, your toes. You have to breathe out as hard as you can and try to push.
I'd like to cast
Is what I'm going to try to get.
silent image so that it looks as if there is a spectral form of her pushing out this, just as described, this sickness almost.
I'm trying to explain to
Out.
her what I feel when I.
And that's what I'm trying to turn
purge-
into an image for.
Roll-
Roll me
toxins.
persuasion. Yeah. I will go so far as to give you advantage because of glass.
That is a 17.
On a 17, there's no consciousness behind her eye. And although you're giving her directions, all you see is her breathing pick up. And all of a sudden, all of her arms, her muscles in her arms begin to spasm, and they're all being contracted at the same time. And her nails dig into her palms
Can I
as the priestess begins to like.
Blood Maledict just on her then to paralyze her.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 2 on the dice. She is paralyzed. Her fingers are just below her palms.
Yeah.
And even though her muscles are still attempting to contract and everything, they're not doing much because she's paralyzed. But you see the nails in the nail bed begin to lengthen and begin to take on like a metallic length form. As the eye is still taking you in. And I'd like another Constitution saving throw, please.
I dropped the spell.
Yes.
Is she like a werechild or something?
It's not good. It's like an 11.
That's 1 point of necrotic damage.
I'm gonna uncock another bottle of vermilion and I'm gonna pour it down her throat.
Okay. Down her throat?
Yeah.
Okay. Now remind me, what does the vermilion do?
It gives you another another usage of your blood maledict. So I don't know what her blood maledict might be,
Okay.
but it's the only thing that I can think of out of the 4 that I have brewed that might help her. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not gonna give her that one. I'm gonna give her potency.
Okay.
Which just increases her
Strength
overall
score.
strength score, hoping that that might help her fight whatever it is.
Mhm.
I realize the other one has an awful downside to Vermilion,
saw
and
that.
that would have been real bad. Actually, now that I look into it, I
Our
think
track
I think
record for
potency
taking care of
might
kids is
maybe
terrible.
be the only thing that hopefully like the rush that it might give her might be enough to hopefully kickstart something.
Yeah.
I don't know, just trying.
As you pour it down and she gulps it in, you can see there are protrusions beginning to come out of her skull like horns, but they're so small that they're trying, and the veins continue to pulse, but the eye never leaves you. There is no person behind
Do I
that.
recognize this eye?
It is a pale brown where the white should be, black iris, and then a pure white pupil.
Does that ring any bells?
You can roll me history or religion.
I wouldn't mind.
You
saying
are you
out
are you
loud.
there? Oh, you're saying out loud this. Go ahead.
History or religion?
Yep.
Does this have to do with anything?
It does, yes.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it wasn't any better. It was like a 14.
Okay. On a 14, you know of the being that did this, that did yours, but this is not the same one.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting the vibe of.
And it's
Avir. Famine.
it's not famine.
He's ignoring
As you look back
completely,
down
yeah.
at her fingers, they are now, the nail beds are completely metal and knife-like, and they're beginning to curve.
Death.
War.
Fuck.
As she begins to
Can
like
I reach out to her and try to use flush toxins to flush the toxins out of her body into me?
if you roll me insight high enough, I will allow you to do a similar thing to that.
Insight?
Yes.
An 8?
Not high enough. You can try to do something with your flesh toxins if you want to make it easier on her, but it doesn't look like... The more this happens,
We're gonna have to murder
I
this
don't know what to,
child.
yeah, I don't know what to do.
it's a 17
okay, we're good
strength
at that.
to get out of your blood
Rhaegor's
maledict.
not with us.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah,
Rheagor when
should
you
be
need him?
As she breaks out of your blood maledict, the priestess who was casting healing magic goes, "Oh my god, we need help, someone!" And you can hear her voice from across the thing. And just before anyone hears her voice, Pibbles on your lap goes like this, straight over, and begins running. And then you hear the elf yelling.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm
No,
gonna.
not you. To the woman. I just said, shh. Continue.
Oh, I was gonna get up and just wake him up and flick you, I guess.
I'm there.
Oh, you're there? Okay, so I'm
interacting.
gonna wake you up and be like, there's something going on, we gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Can I?
I grab my shield.
We are the help.
No. The small boy is like trying to stop her from moving. She's trying to get up and everything. Her only eye is still open. The rest of it is, her other one is closed. And the boy is over your shoulder, like attempting to be like, "No, just leave her alone. She needs it. She'll be fine." And this is his first words he's ever said to any of you.
Has she been like this before?
No, not this bad.
She'll be okay. You just need to give her some space.
As he lets you kind of push him away, she's going to lash out. It's a nat 20.
I can definitely deal with
You
this
sure
attack.
can. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's make that disadvantage as you just, in the corner of your eye, you don't even have to see it, but this, I just look briefly like a mirage. Whoop.
That is a 14. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you
I guess
advantage.
She
Get
reaches
skitters
out
off.
right across your neck with the knife-like fingertips, and it just barely misses from cutting your throat. as she's just thrashing at this point, attempting to get up. Her horns now protruding out, and they look grayish white as they're protruding out.
Boy, can she hear us?
I don't know. This hasn't happened before. This is
All right.
Can I just slap her across the face and say, "Wake up"?
Yeah, go for it. Roll me an attack.
And I cast Ominous Word.
She doesn't have 1 hit point.
She's made of metal.
She could still have 1
She's
hit
not
point.
made-
I know, I'm exaggerating.
I don't think that's gonna be good enough. I don't know what it is to hit a kid. What am I adding?
It's an attack
You're
roll.
unarmed. Strength.
Attack
So strength.
roll?
Yeah.
A 5.
It's a 5 total. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
She's thrashing about.
Do you want to use the advantage I gave you?
Oh, you gave me an advantage.
Whenever I
Do
perform
silvery
silvery
barbs,
barbs, someone disadvantage, basically.
Oh.
Someone advantage, the real thing.
I'll think of it. That's a 16.
16 will hit.
Nice. You see yourself shimmer like you were a mirage this time.
Because I'm like, my thought is that if there's something else awake but she's not awake, like the other eye is not open, that maybe she just needs to wake up.
You smack her across the face, and the other eye flutters open, and she looks at you, and you can see fear behind this eye. And then she just tries to open her mouth, but she gets it out, and because the veins have already gone over it, it immediately shuts, and you can hear the crunching of her teeth underneath. It shut so quickly and so harmfully that you can see drips of blood coming out of her.
I'm gonna
her
say
lips.
you need to breathe out hard. You need to push this thing. You need to fight it.
Roll persuasion. Tibbles gets here, and you guys are right behind.
Yeah.
13.
13. Yeah, she takes your word. You can see her eye is registering everything, so you know your words are getting across, but you're not sure how much she's able to do at this point. And you can hear her breathing through her nose. She opens her mouth a little bit, as much as she can, to get air in and out, and you can hear the bubbling of blood inside of her mouth as she takes a breath. The priestess begins healing again, as others around the camp are beginning to gather and begin to come over here.
I cast Ominous Winds as a bit of a swirl comes up around the camp. I'm targeting her. She has to make a Charisma 13, but I'm going to use my bonus action to enable my sorceress magics, so my scales start gleaming. And that's a 14 Charisma saving throw.
That is a natural 1,
Beautiful.
of which you will feel a legendary resistance being used.
You said there's blood coming from her mouth, right?
As the eye looks at you
Yeah.
from her position instead of...
Let me know the next time I can cast a spell.
So her eyes are like doing like me.
Yeah. They are acting independent of each other.
Ooh. Last, do you know what this is?
Can I get out my alchemist supply kit?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you two are on the scene now.
I want to try to take like using like one of the vials
You know
from
what's
it. I'm just gonna
happening?
put it to the side of her mouth to allow blood to drip into it. And I want to just attempt to try to make a concoction that I think would help flush toxins or fortify like charisma in some way or help her
Go for it, yeah.
out
make
of,
me,
what I think like I've made concoctions before or like it would just be for a different use.
Make me a medicine check.
I'd like to give you advantage by giving him time.
Okay.
Like 1 round.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
For sure. You have advantage.
Medicine?
Medicine.
It's a 14.
What can we do to help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold him
She's-
down. Hold her down.
She's attempting to get up, and no matter how much is like beginning to put her down, she is making her way. She's almost sitting up
Yeah.
at this point.
Legitimately,
Yeah.
hold her down
Yeah,
for what
I'll
I'm
do-
about to
I'll do
do.
that.
She slashes again,
Stay
and
out
she
of the way.
catches across the abdomen of the
I can help,
priestess
though.
as she moves out of the way to get.
The
I'm-
attacks are at minus 12, the D12.
She used a legendary resistance.
I'm gonna attempt
Oh, shit, you're
to
right.
grapple her.
You're gonna grapple her.
I'm gonna attempt to grapple.
Okay.
Despite him saying to stay out of the way, I'm gonna help as well.
Okay. Roll me grapple with
Relax.
advantage from Lenora, as Lenora also does that.
Ooh,
Not my day today.
Ooh.
5 and a 6.
You two are not doing great today.
Yeah, that's an 11.
As the two of you begin or attempt to grapple her, she does go back down onto her back as her arms are pinned, but she manages to get her arms back. It doesn't look like, as she comes back up and sits back up, it doesn't look like her legs are affected yet. So she's trying to move, but she only has her upper body, and she will attempt to swing at the two of you.
Good.
You have a moment if you would like to do anything.
I need to cast another Ominous Winds. We're bringing another 14 Charisma saving throw.
That is a 17 on the die. It's an 18 total.
Now, because I'm grappling, does that mean I don't get my shield? Because I don't have my sword out. I was just I had my shield.
I'll say your shield was fine.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't hit.
Doesn't it? Okay. And coming to you as well. That's a 4 on the die that would miss.
Could have grabbed it on the way, kind of thing.
I do
So
have
that
my
was-
shield.
So yeah, the wind around the camp shifts directions, but it's as if it never lost momentum.
That is a 2 on the die,
Oh, thank God.
and another legendary resistance will be used.
We're getting through it. We're getting through it.
What is it?
I'll tell you after, but it cannot come out.
She screams,
Out?
and the voice that comes out of it is not the voice of a child this young. It is something deep, guttural, and as soon as it comes out, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
It's like a 4.
On a 4, there's a part as your veins thicken again and pump up and into your brain. There's a weird sensation you've never felt before. This grasp, like someone's got their fingers on the side of your head, kind of grabbing your skull, but not demanding, just kind of caressing. Long tendrils, as if they're going around the skull. And you'll hear in the voice you remember from a long time ago, just barely. Never saw it, never interacted with it, but the voice, man, the voice is unforgettable. As it leans in, and all you hear is end it, as it talks about the girl. You are now compelled to kill the girl. You will have a chance to do so afterwards, to get out of this compulsion. You will have one chance to do so before you have to attack the girl. Okay?
Does it affect what I'm
Currently doing? You already made it. You succeeded. He gave you time. But this compulsion, it's one or the other. There's something that may work in one hand, and you have a sword in the other. The girl is thrashing. The priestess is healing her own wound. Pibbs has come over to attempt to help grapple her, and is just kind of sitting on her chest to push her down, but he's not helping much in any way.
I definitely growl at Pibbs. Back up!
As you growl at Pibbs, he doesn't care. He's just, you can see he's only helping on the arm that Lenora's on to make sure that she doesn't get slashed.
What kind of possession is this glass?
One of the 4 Harbingers. One of the
Fuck
4
is a
Horsemen.
Harbinger?
Have you never heard of the 4 Horsemen? Don't have time to explain. Now's not a time for
As
questions.
the voice came out and that hit you, it is also going to hit all of you, but it hits like someone taking a knife to your gut. And I'd like you all to also make Constitution saving throws.
11.
10.
11, 10.
Shaking. 10 plus 4 or 3. Let me check. I think it's 3. 10 plus 3 for 13.
You have a good constitution.
DC's 15.
Thank you.
All 3 of you,
Yeah, 13.
old wounds split open, no matter how old or how long ago they were made. You're all going to take a little bit of damage. All of you will take 11 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
I blame 100% of this on the Grandmaster.
Do I have points
As
with that?
old wounds are stretched and open on you, and as it's going to... You're at 0.
11.
Lenora goes down.
Well, I'm gonna have to heal her.
Do I have time to act amongst all this?
You will be
I'm just
acting
curious, when I'm gonna come out.
right
Let
after
me know.
they will have a moment.
Yeah.
She's on the ground.
Use an
Pibbles
object
completely
interaction.
doesn't even care about the girl anymore, and he's just guarding her
No,
body.
use an object interaction. Potion. Mouth.
Okay, roll.
I cleaned it.
Okay.
Heal.
That's
healed her, but that's
2d4. I have a d4. It just looks different.
Yeah, it's fancy.
What is that? That's a 4.
And a 4.
And a 4.
Fancy
Plus
D4. Real
2
good.
or plus 4?
That's +2.
Plus
2d4
2.
+2.
That's a total of 10 health. How do you like a full
Wow.
effect potion? Eat it.
Very nice.
Literally.
That was on my mouth.
So when I wake up,
Yeah, you wake up immediately, a little groggy, but you are able to act again. And
holy shit!
there is a...
Follow Pibbs.
There is a...
Get out of the way.
There is a tremor beneath Pibble's feet as anger crosses his face as he looks back at the girl. You were just brought back. You just healed her. What does Valentine do?
I'm still holding. I have to take over for her with the grapple.
Yeah.
For
I need you to still
this
hold her.
girl. Yeah.
Okay, so roll me grappling.
I use a luck. Wait.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, that is better. That's not a
It's
3.
better, but it's not great.
You have to beat a child.
This is a 13. I don't
Oh.
want to beat children. I'm not like the rest of you. I don't want to hurt
I'm
these
trying
children.
to be optimistic.
How much was it?
13.
Okay. An 18 will beat.
Reaction, silvery barbs. Again, now because it was Valentine, you are instantly mirage-like and come back to
It
reality.
is a roll-off.
Okay.
And you have advantage because of my silvery barbs.
I don't think that happens.
It doesn't
in
happen for
roll-offs.
roll-offs, but
Fuck.
8.
that was 12.
You have lucky.
No, doesn't happen for roll-offs. It's different.
I'll take advantage.
Okay. You keep attempting to push her down. The knives on each of her fingers have begun to coalesce, so her fingers no longer exist. It's just a hand that is a blade. And you can hear her screaming in pain as her mouth is attempting. She's trying her hardest to keep this thing at bay as her eye is still on you, but as you approach, she's unsure if she's supposed to trust you. You had one more thing you wanted to do.
I have my action.
Go for it.
I don't have time for another one, so we're going to see if this is the third one. I'm going to cast Command.
Okay.
And I know it's going to hit both of them. And I say, leave.
Okay.
It's DC 14. Wisdom.
That is an 18 on the die.
I have nothing left.
As you say that and the magic fizzles, the part that is covered in her veins just begins to smile, and her teeth, sharp and jagged all of a sudden, not blades of their own, but sharp and like bestial. She just grins at you, and her other side is crying. The priestess is coming
So,
over with several other people.
How like what is like this compelling like am I
It's like being commanded. You are
commanded? But like do I still have control of my body to do other things and like it's
you
just
have to
pushing
attack
me?
the child.
I have to attack the child? I can't just do an attack but focus on something else?
They give you a target.
That would be Crown of Madness.
Yeah.
Good attack. Whatever.
Yeah. This is definitely something different.
I had an idea.
Go for it. What do you want?
do you need a
Do you want to say it out loud? You can say whatever you want. I'm okay with
The first thing he's gonna do is I'm walking towards. I'm kind of coming past Valentine then.
Well, not past, because Valentine's behind the kid.
yes.
That would be nice.
Valentine's behind the kid.
Like
You're down
right
by
behind
her
the kid, like just trying to grab at her.
Would I be able to
essentially
pass
keep
the
her.
vial that I'm holding to Valentine?
Yeah.
If I see the vial,
you can't. Your action needs to be spent attacking the child.
But this
This is a free object interaction.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Free object interaction.
So I'm gonna say give this to her,
It is still your turn though.
and then I have to attack the child. Is there no way that I can?
I'm going
fight
to
back
give you a
against
wisdom save in order to not, but it'll be in pairing with something else once you actually get to the point of attacking her.
it? 1 sec.
You can still feel the hand across your skull like it's moving you. Thank you for the text.
Very quick.
It's a good face. I like that face.
Because that would be his reaction feeling this.
For this, I would lower the DC for a wisdom save.
So I still have to make the wisdom save?
Still have to make the wisdom save, but this would be far easier than the other one.
And is this just a straight wisdom save?
This would be just a straight wisdom save.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Well done.
Because of the thing that gave you the command, a 20 is not going to make it. But that does make that.
Does make that.
The DC would have been 17 to hit this.
So he's going to be walking towards the kid and pass you the vial saying, give this to her. And he's actually going to stumble a couple steps over the kid and past her and collapse on his own sword.
As the sword renders right through him.
Gonna feed this thing to the kid.
As he passes you, you can see the veins going across his own. He's struggling himself. As
This
he's
is what he
attempting to make
wanted.
this happen.
I'm feeding this to the child.
Okay.
It was
And-
what Avir wanted.
You might be close enough to hear. I'm not sure if everyone else would be. But you would hear Avir say, I'm sorry, Ida, as he stumbles in.
I don't know who that is. Maybe that's this
Because
child.
we agreed,
So
no matter how much damage that would have done, you are at 0.
I give it to the kid.
Okay. You force feed the kid this potion. Do you say anything?
Do I say anything?
Yeah. Do you say anything to this?
No, because
She's-
no one's telling me what this is.
She's looking at you,
I don't know what a fucking
crying
herb.
through
Yeah,
the eye
yeah.
that can see. The other one's not even registering you. It's still looking at glass.
Do you say
Do I
ILA
think
or
that it
IDA?
would be?
EDA.
Ida.
Do
Okay.
do I
Ida.
think that?
Ida.
Does Valentine think that talking to this person would do anything?
Which person?
Exactly.
Call her Gellin.
He's just going to say to her, he's going to look her in the crying, human eye.
The normal eye.
Yeah, he's going to say, as he's trying to feed her this, he's going to say, please don't struggle. And he is going to then look in the other eye, and he's going to say in Infernal and then Abyssal, because he doesn't know, I'm sorry. Just in 2 different languages.
Okay. First off, I'd like you to roll my persuasion. While this is happening, you two have a moment. What do you want to do?
Can I feed my potion to him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll whatever he heals.
You gonna celebrate or
Do I
what?
make a death saving throw in between them?
You're so cold.
You won't be, but we're gonna come back to you before you wake up in a moment.
I'm always calm.
Always cold.
Nat 20, 25.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah!
Okay.
Someone's gotta
The
do it.
persuasion, you see her normal eye just. If she could nod in this moment, she would nod to you, and the eye just goes still. She's still thrashing. The thing is attempting to take everything at this point.
Yeah.
You go over to the other one. You say, I'm sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
And back in Infernal and Abyssal and any other language that you've ever heard
Okay. I don't know many other languages.
comes across in as her lips splits and the mouth begins to largen.
Look, feed her.
It says, don't be sorry. I'll be here soon. And you feed the potion?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say in Infernal as I do this. Wish I could have let you tell me who you are.
You get 8.
But
Is this what I think it is talking? Wouldn't this not be like skull splitting?
This is terrifying.
Agonizing to hear.
This is terrifying, but
Yeah,
this
so
was
how
said
much?
directly to you.
You get
like,
Yeah, and
ear
I'm not-
high.
8
not
points
scared.
of healing.
As
Remove the sword from me.
Yes, I do. I
you
do remove.
force feed the potion, you see at the very edges
I'm
it
gonna-
begin to recede.
I'll describe it
But
after.
there's no blink of worry. There's no blink
Yeah.
of hesitation on the other side. And now people have begun to like make a crowd. It's like, what's going on? Just kill the demon. And a bunch of them are beginning to like get a little rowdy around you. You have moments until someone else begins to step in here.
No, please.
Sorry. I'm gonna push Avir onto his back and pull out the sword, and then I gave him the potion, and it gave him 8 points
Okay.
of
Wow.
healing. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're gonna look over, and I'm just gonna be like, sorry.
He's laying there,
Yeah.
I guess, in his pants still with the sword
Yeah.
impaled through him.
Oh, you're still
Probably
not-
looks like cold. You went to bed and got up from bed, right? Like,
Oh,
he's not gonna be in full armor.
okay, that's why
he's
this.
dumb. I'm prepared.
Glass, what are you doing?
Bonus action, convert my sorcery points into a second level spell slot.
Okay.
And I'm going to force another ominous winds, but this time the wind is going to be tighter in and on the carriage, and it's going to be a slight buffet
Okay.
between the rest of the others. DC 14 charisma.
18 on the die again.
I can't. Nope. That was my turn. I have my reaction left and one spell slot.
As it gets that, the horns begin to grow out more and it's beginning to spike up, and you can see her hip begin to move.
There's nothing
Can I-
changing this.
Can I cast one more spell?
The-
It's my last spell.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, you just cast an action, so I'm gonna let
Yeah, exactly. Return.
Yeah. Because of the crowd approaching and calling for her death, Valentine is going to like let go and position himself in front of her, and he's going to say, "Avir, Glass, you have a very short amount of time." He's going to use the thaumaturgy cantrip to make his voice much louder. It sounds very intimidating. It's not just to make it louder, but deeper. You know, it should echo. It's a canyon. And he is going to say, "Step back. You wouldn't hurt a child who just needs help." I'm just trying to intimidate the crowd.
I like that.
roll me intimidation. I'll give you advantage.
Yes. Yes. Roll that
This one's
cock.
cocked.
Still good.
That is for intimidation. That's a 22.
Okay. On a 22, the crowd, the raucous, like they're beginning to become forceful, a mob. And as you do this, do you draw your sword, or are you just kind of?
I don't
positioning
draw
yourself?
my
You
sword.
don't?
I'm very much taking. I have my shield.
Okay.
I could draw my sword, but it's more.
Okay.
Yeah.
On a 22, the mob goes quiet as they discuss among themselves. You have succeeded for the moment, but
Yeah.
as
I
Valentine
hate. I
knows-
told them they don't really have time.
Before you wake up, Avir, that grasp around your skull begins to recede. And as it recedes and completely leaves, you feel another one come across the other side. But this time it's like, feels like bark. It's a strange sensation. It's not one that you're terribly used to. And with the same voice, it says, "Stop it." And you will have a temporary boost to your persuasion. So you will have advantage on your next persuasion when targeting this girl.
So you said the same voice?
The same voice.
Cool.
And you are now awake and healed for the 8 points.
Are you okay? Why did
Yes,
you try to
he's
kill
gonna
yourself?
gasp. And he's,
This is not the time for that.
he's just gonna sit
Do
up
it
and push
later.
past you and just say, "They can't make me do this," and
Ooh.
start
One.
getting up past
Glass, what is happening?
and go towards
I
the
think
kid.
they're currently fighting with inner demons. Literally.
And
How does one get rid of an inner demon?
Pibbs is sitting between you and the girl and hissing. As much as his no voice can happen, and his hair is all standing on end and his tail's straight up.
Avir, can you tell Lenora how to make another of those concoctions? It was working,
Barely.
but it was working.
You have
I'm
moments.
going to rush to
Agreed.
the alchemist set and try to brew one last one
Okay.
with the same, I guess.
Roll me medicine. Now hold on before you roll, or before you tell me the result. Are you going to re-roll because it's cocked?
Yeah, it was still
Alright.
like moving around the edge. That's not great.
What'd you get?
For medicine, an 8.
An 8. I believe someone's going to be giving you advantage. Don't roll it. But I'm going to tell you the DC. The first one worked. She is fighting back. If you get a 17 or more on the making this one, I will bring down the DC by 5 for her to fight it off. But she will need persuading to begin again. This is the end of it. If this and this does not work, we will be going into combat. Ready? Go ahead. You have advantage. This is your advantage, sorry.
It's not higher than a 17.
Not 17.
It's a 12.
Okay. You can still get it with a nat 20. You have advantage on your persuasion.
Yeah. So I guess whatever I'm concocting, I just see that it's not working. Probably.
It worked. It's just not as
It's not as
it's
good.
not as good as you'd hoped. It wasn't as good as the last one. The last one worked, which brought it down to a level that you can.
So I'm still gonna bring it with me and try to get to the kid and pour it into their mouth, and then try to look at the eye that's frightened
Yeah.
and say, "You need to fight this."
Okay. As you get closer again, I'd like you to make me a Constitution saving throw. This time at advantage. As you feel the bark-like hand
18.
help you out. 18? You saved it. So you do not take any damage this time.
Yay, nature.
I'm feeling a bark hand.
Bark-like.
Bark-like is what it feels like.
Mother.
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
What are you thinking?
Think out loud.
Think out loud.
I'm thinking if I was to use one of my normal things, would it be different?
I can't tell you that. You can try it.
You gotta make a decision though. This crowd's
Yeah,
not.
no. Anyway, I'm still rolling. I can't
Okay.
do anything that
Yeah,
way.
persuasion add advantage.
Oh yeah, they're getting rowdy.
You. What's your persuasion?
It's like a 1.
It's a 1. Okay, you need a 19 or a 20.
No.
Good try.
You see her beginning to try, and she begins to like hyperventilate. And for a second, her body calms. And as she calms, she's going to reach out. I'd like everybody to roll me a luck check.
Who rolls for pips?
Pips rolls for pips.
Oh dear.
10.
10,
18.
18,
8.
8,
Five.
5. On a 5, the fully bladed hand is going to come across your shoulder. That's a 15 plus 3, so 18.
That hits, but I will use my last mirage-like ability tonight and silvery barbs for disadvantage.
That's a net 20.
So I think that works against me because it's
I
not
have to take the
disadvantage.
second
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
take
you
the
have to
second
take the
one.
second
Yeah.
one.
Everyone, I may fully die now.
At least you have a long life.
I did.
6 plus 8, 14 points of damage.
Glass loses consciousness and slumps against the wall. 8 feet
As
very large.
she swipes across glass, one leg finally up. She's not up yet. There's very little choice at this point. I would like, unless somebody else has something they'd like to try, we're gonna go into initiative.
I love that.
There's nothing we can do here. We have to kill her. Like, even if we can subdue it, it's probably gonna come back.
The priestess is crying from the crowd, attempting to say that she can save her, but she's not getting any closer. What would you guys like to do?
If you can save her, you might want to do it now.
I don't.
From now on, I'm going to let you know that she will be actively attacking you.
Yes. I would just try and encourage the crowd to back up.
Avir's
Use
gonna.
thaumaturgy again.
Okay.
And I would walk forward to like sort of almost meet them
Okay.
to try and intimidate people.
Okay,
To give them space.
I'll give you an intimidation.
Yeah, of course, it's another nat 20.
It's good. Okay, yeah. The crowd begins to.
The crowd is like, we just saw that dragon man go down, and
Yeah.
now this other devil man's like, hey, go away.
Glass is down on the ground.
Avir's gonna look at the priestess and say, "You said you were gonna take care of her. Where is your god now?"
She looks at you and says,
You said you would help this one.
I was trying my best. I had hoped. She just looks down. She looks defeated.
I think the best thing we could do to help this child is to not let her
Suffer.
become whatever she's becoming. She's suffering a lot. We should end it.
Avir's gonna reach across and pick up a sword
Okay.
from the ground. And he's gonna use Crimson Right.
Okay.
Does it act the same way that it normally would?
What does it normally act like?
So it usually creates another. Well, first of all, I take D4 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, you don't know if you're going to take the damage. Describe what it is first.
Well, I let
He has to take the
corruption
Well,
happen, so that immediately happens, and then the weapon that I'm holding starts to spark, and arcs of lightning start arcing down the blade.
How much did you roll?
Normally.
How
I
much
rolled
damage did you take?
4.
Okay.
The full 4 of D4.
You've managed to push them away. You're down. What is Lenora doing? And Pids.
I'm going to pull out my short sword. I gave it to you, actually,
I'm
earlier.
giving it back.
Okay.
We were done.
I
For
have
the
it
watch.
back. I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay.
And, can I... No, I'm just gonna pull it out. I'm right
Okay.
there.
Do you attack?
Oh, do I have to... Don't we have to do initiative first?
You can roll initiative.
Okay. Are
Everybody
we all
roll
rolling
initiative,
initiative?
Yes.
Ooh.
Plus nothing for me, right? Nothing for me.
Oh, there is a plus for initiative.
Oh yeah, you have a
your
good one
dexterity. You have a good
because
one.
it's your dexterity mod.
It's beside your armor class there.
This one here?
Yep.
I forget what... Oh, it was that. Okay. Cool.
Not 9 total for you.
9.
Yeah.
5 for Valentine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because I'm with the crowd, I think.
Lenora.
9.
9. Glass.
16.
16. Avir.
9.
9.
Oh, you don't want you to have a high one. You have to roll death
I
saves.
feel like Lenora has the higher armor, or higher dexterity, sorry.
You don't.
So I feel like she acts
You're an
first.
asshole.
Okay. What is your dex?
Plus 6.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Lenora acts first.
On the initiative,
That's a plus
That's
1.
The
plus
girl
4,
gets to her
but then
feet.
plus
Yeah,
6 for
that's
saving.
it.
Sorry, what?
the girl gets to her feet
Mm.
on a 21 initiative. And War's eye never left Glass, even on the ground. And it goes over and it will slash you for 2 death saves. 2 failed death saves.
Am I now behind her?
Sorry?
Am I now behind her? Like if she goes to him?
You would be behind her, yes.
Noted.
Also, the way your sneak attack works, you just need an ally next to you or next to them.
But not an ally who's making death saves.
No, that counts.
That counts?
Just an ally.
I think it's an ally that's imposing a threat.
Okay.
It's just an ally. There's
Just
no
an
such
Just an
thing.
ally?
Yeah.
Really?
Just an ally.
Oh, I thought it was.
Now, unfortunately, because of the way everybody else rolled, you are next. If you roll a fail, Glass is dead.
Did the kid move past us?
The kid was in the middle.
Shut
Yeah.
your whore
Moved
mouth.
towards us.
Let me.
But I was just
let-
feeding her.
That's so rude.
You can attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, go for it.
It was dramatic and everything. Now I can't use it.
Oh, you can.
No.
We didn't hear what she said.
It's an 18.
Yeah, it's still
18 will hit. We've got an attack of opportunity here. Hold on 1 second. You have a moment to think.
The sportscaster DM.
Are you going to use the advantage I gave you?
I already used it on the.
I
slab.
was cast it again.
Oh. I might as well. Yeah, it's still 18. It's 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Plus the sorry, and then 2 lightning damage on top of that,
Okay.
and sap,
Okay.
which
Sap gives disadvantage.
oh, there you go, on their next attack.
Oh, disadvantage.
You know what?
on the next
Disadvantage. I
attack.
do need to hit now.
Yeah. But you get advantage because I'm prone.
So it's a straight roll. That's a 15 on the die.
And it's, I have a 16 AC.
What do you do? Risk it for the biscuit.
It's a success.
It's a success.
It's a 14.
That is 1 success and 2 failures. Next on the list, Lenora, you are up next. Glass is on the ground. The girl is standing over him. It's not looking good. Valentine is keeping the crowd away for now. And Avir got a
does
slash across her
not-
back as she turned away.
And is
Not
like
keeping the crowd
still
away for long.
bleeding from his
You gotta deal
stomach.
with
Yeah.
I am going to.
Pibbs will hop on your shoulder and give you help action on whatever you do.
Okay. I am going to stab her straight through the back
Okay.
to get her off of Glass. So my short sword straight through,
Okay. Roll me an attack.
hopefully coming through the
Roll me an attack. You have advantage.
please.
It was worse.
So
The
It's-
first one is a 7.
yeah.
Plus
So
your dexterity
plus
and your proficiency.
It's on your rapier, so it says right there the plus hit. So it's 13 total.
okay 13.
Both short
13
sword or
hits?
both the same.
Sure, they're both the same.
Yeah, both the same.
13 hits. She's a child.
Child. Okay. So now I have to roll for damage.
So now you roll the 1d6 plus 4.
Which one's a d6? This one?
Yep. Normal dice.
So 1d6 plus 4.
6.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So plus 4 is 10.
And
You also
sneak
get your
attack.
sneak attack damage. So it's 2d6.
And it does something.
So I have to do this again.
Yes, but only the 2d6 this time. So you've gotten 10 so far. Now 2d6 on top of that.
because you're sneaky.
Yeah, that's sneak attack.
Oh yeah, and then
sneak
you
attack.
roll another 2d6. Yeah. If you want.
Thank you. So
May I have a whiteboard, please?
plus 5. So
There's no plus to the.
There's no plus. The sneak attack's just the
So you've already got the
straight
10.
Don't
Just
erase
whatever
the
these
names.
came to.
So it's 15 total,
He needs the names.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm gonna watch the
which is
whole
good
thing back.
for our level.
okay.
And Vex, which I don't know what Vex does.
So what'd you get?
15 total.
15?
total.
And Vex.
What's Vex?
Okay,
If you hit a
it's-
creature with a short sword and deal damage to it, you have advantage on your next attack roll.
It's important because that'll keep you getting your sneak attack.
And then every time you roll, every time you attack when you have advantage, you get sneak attack.
She is still up.
I'm gonna. I
With
wanna
my
help
sword
again.
sticking through her?
I want
Barely.
to help you for a second because you wouldn't know this as a new player. The short sword is also light, so if you had a dagger in your offhand,
And as a bonus action.
you can bonus action take another attack.
Could I do
You could
that?
draw your dagger and
At this level?
Any level. It's
okay.
just light weapons.
it's mostly a rogue thing, I think.
No, it's
Anybody
any light
can,
weapon.
Yeah, any light weapon. Yeah.
Anybody can
this current
can double
rules?
wield. It was original rules and new rules.
It's like a bonus action offhand. You just don't get to add your
Your
bonus to it.
dexterity.
It's just
Yeah.
the straight attack.
It's just the weapon.
Yeah. If you get dual wielder, then you get to add your
You add
dex
your-
to it
your
as well,
standard
which is pretty
number.
sick.
Because I do have a dagger in my boot.
Yeah. So you
And
draw your dagger.
in every
and
turn
grab
you
that
can
in.
use an object. So, draw your dagger. I'm not saying Lenora fights with 2 weapons.
Yeah, because
It's
she
a big
might.
deal.
She does occasionally, but like, not really.
So there is no rule that states that you can
Really?
do a bonus action with a light weapon. Yeah,
What?
Son of a gun, did they change it with
I thought you
commercial
could.
stuff?
you can either use a bonus action before or after the attack action. Unless you have a feature that says you have a second attack, you cannot make another attack with a bonus action.
There you go.
Well, shit. Thank you for looking that up. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Whose turn is next?
That would be
Light. When you take the attack action on your turn and attack with a light weapon, you can make 1 extra attack as a
Avir.
bonus action later on the same turn. The attack must be made with a different light weapon. Don't add your ability modifier to the
Avir.
extra attack's damage.
Yes.
Your turn.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just quickly looking up.
So it's under light.
Yeah, any of the light proficiency stuff.
when dual wielding with another light
Yeah,
weapon.
that's just
Yeah.
drawing another weapon.
That's short sword and
It's
dagger.
like drawing a dagger out as dual.
For now, I'm gonna say no.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's fine.
Pretty sure.
But I'll look over that when we have
Yeah,
more
yeah,
time.
yeah.
but we're
No,
not
no
in the
rush
middle
at
of an
all.
episode.
It's now just my turn.
It's now just your turn.
I'm just gonna step again and try to make an attack while saying, "You can't have this one."
Okay.
How would Avir say it?
He's probably yelling. I'm not gonna yell.
There's no.
There's no one here.
He would be yelling, and he would just be very aggressive in the middle of an attack. And yeah.
No pressure, but yell.
I'm not good at
We just want to
It's the
invite you to
opportunity.
yell.
Yeah, we-
You don't have to.
You're not a barbarian.
An 11.
Okay. 11. 11 is her AC.
Oh, sweet. Pizza, pizza.
She's a
Beat
child.
the child. Meet the child. Beat the child.
This is terrible. The optics of our party are not good.
Not looking so hot.
That's 15 points of slashing damage and 1 lightning. So 16 total.
16 is. So you would do a total of 8 damage to her.
Whoa.
She has 7 points left. She was having all slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing weapons.
Wow.
As you kill
That's why you weren't able to
the little
finish.
girl, what do you do? You've become the Rheagor of the group.
You have to leave next.
As you run your sword through this girl, she looks up at you with her regular eye.
Is she like collapsing or like?
She is collapsing, but she will die in moments. You've done the damage already, but she's watching you as she's dying. What do you do? How do you kill this girl? Who's pleading with you with the one eye that is normal?
I'm going to drive my sword through the eye that's staring back at me, not the one that's begging, but the other one.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And pass past her as I do so.
Okay. You stab in
The brown and
through
green and white.
the brown, white, and black eye. From front of her skull into the back. Pierces through the back. The life in her eye goes away. Her body goes limp. The veins begin retracting, and the mouth, the crooked smile, the lip that had broken open the rest of her cheek for a larger smile, still in a smile of some sort. Speaks in Infernal out loud. Pestilence. In my way again. I'll see you soon. And it completely goes back down to where she was wounded in the first place. And the little girl, aged 8, is dead on your sword. Initiative is over, yes. What would you like?
She's within 30 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in this crowd?
Make a perception check.
Because they're within... Not one. Because they're within 30 feet of me.
We'll give you advantage, why not?
It's much better. It's an 18 total.
On an 18 total, you look across the crowd. Is there anyone specifically you're looking for?
I'm looking for the strongest looking, hopefully adult man I can see.
Okay. You scan through...
Could be a woman, but nah,
You
it doesn't matter.
You scan through the crowd, and there's a few people. There's one Goliath who looks quite large and strength, like he's been through a few battles.
Okay, that's
of his
it,
own.
that's it.
But hold on.
That's it. I don't care. I see him
At the
first.
very back of the crowd,
Yeah.
on an 18, you see the mask of a hawk and a flowing robe who's backing away from the crowd. The same who attacked Window.
Ah. Would it? No, because I don't want them to know. So no, it's that guy. It's
Okay.
the Goliath. It's the Goliath because I can't. There's no saying.
Yeah.
I don't get a choice.
It's totally fine.
He takes 2 necrotic damage.
Okay. You just hear...
whatever happens to him, however because something else happens to him and I don't know what it is. So,
Unfortunately, the attention is on the child.
No,
as
fortunate.
the priestess runs over to her and begins attempting to cast magic, attempting to do anything. And she begins screaming at the human man, the human smuggler, to bring over all of his valuables. Because she can still save her, but they have limited time.
I go heal class.
Could I use the health potion that I have
On yourself?
on the girl?
You could.
She's dead though.
She had temporary hit points, which is why her health point was that high.
Mm-hmm.
She generally has 1.
One?
So she is dead outside of Revivify and stuff like that, which is what the
Okay.
priestess is trying to cast.
If
But
I
she
know
needs-
that she's like dead, then I'm just gonna try to do what I can to help the priestess in whatever way.
the small boy who is with her is like attempting to get closer, but a guy from the crowd is holding him back.
You said she's asking for the smuggler's goods?
She told the smuggler to bring over his valuables.
I heal glass.
Because it's very expensive to cast
Lay on
provide
hands.
magic. Yes.
Valentine would turn back. He is trying to see person with hawk mask. He assumes they're not in the crowd anymore.
Yeah.
He assumes they're leaving.
Roll perception again.
He's just,
Very high DC.
I assume. Is that Cox? I thought it was just 13. 18. No, I assumed not, but he would try, so I had to.
Yeah.
No,
Gone into the night.
He'll give his attention back to the scene that's happening. The sister.
Glass, you're awake. What are you doing? As you get back up.
She's dead.
She's dead.
The blade has cracked, revealing normal fingers underneath. Her horns have fallen off. She looks pretty normal again, other than her original veins.
And you know the hole in her face.
And the hole in her face, yeah.
I think I just kind of move up a bit because I'm quite long and just under her head, just cradling it.
As you try to get close, the priestess tries to shoo you away. She's like, I can still save her, and it's within the minute.
You can?
I don't have the materials to do it. The smuggler, hopefully he's fast enough.
Can I run and grab the smuggler's goods?
Specifically, you're looking for it.
Or just literally like shove the cart towards them, or like grab the cart itself and start pulling it towards them.
You're close enough to run over to it, not close enough to like pick up, because it's not a cart that you pick up. It's like it's got to be towed by animals.
By animals, yeah. But like, is it so heavy that like in like an adrenaline rush, I can push it towards there?
Unfortunately, yes. Only because you'd have to turn it. If it was straight, I would say that you could, but
can I just get in?
You can help the smuggler look if you want to.
Is the smuggler looking?
Yeah, the smuggler's over on his cart looking.
I would also go help.
Would I
would
know
scramble up and go.
what value we're looking for?
I run over. You're looking for a gold piece, a 300-piece value diamond. It's cut. It's probably about the size of a.
Are you carrying
coin.
gems?
There's some at the bottom of 2 of these crates.
And I'm just gonna start opening crate. And
Both of you give me an investigation.
Absolutely.
Lenora, as you stand near the body, Pibbs, having calmed down, looks up at you. What is going through Lenora's head right now?
She's kind of overwhelmed with guilt. She just stabbed a child. So she's kind of like in shock, frozen, very self-hating.
Pibbles comes up to your shin and like brushes you to get your attention.
Gonna look down at him.
Just looks up at you with like really wide eyes. And he does that just to get your attention.
Like he's trying to direct me to something, or he's just trying to provide comfort.
Silent now.
You can roll me insight if you'd like.
Very insightful.
22.
22.
Oh yeah.
Roll me animal handling with advantage. Just to give me a gauge on where this is going.
17.
With advantage.
17.
17. 22 with a 17 animal handling. While at the same time he wishes to comfort you, it seems more like he's wondering what you want from this. Like he's wondering what you want him to do.
Like, I don't know what he's capable of, so if I wanted to save this child, would he be capable of it?
Do you ask him to try?
Well, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, can you do anything? Do you even understand me?
In a moment where he kind of looks back to the girl and then back to you, there's a recognition that, like, from you, that yeah, maybe he can do something, but you're not sure what. And he's just waiting for you to say what you want him to do.
Can you help this girl?
Roll me persuasion. I am going to give you advantage because of the great 22 on the other one.
And it's Pibbs.
And it's Pibbs.
16.
On a 16, ever since you saved Pibbs years ago, he's kind of never left your side. He does, but I mean, so reliable that he's always there morning and night. You know, during the day he'll leave, but he always comes back. Ever the loyal friend. It would be too dishonorable, I guess, to call him a pet. And yet, after all of these years, you've never communicated with him on a level like this. It's always kind of been pretty above board, pretty relaxed, pretty calm, and as friends. And he looks down in the, stone dust beneath his feet, and then looks back up at you, and then looks back down, and there's a message in the dust. And it says, "Do you want me to?"
Will it be of any consequence to you?
He looks down, looks back up at you, and looks down again. And instead of the last message, it says, "Yes, but I will be fine." He erases that with his paw. Weirdly enough, as you look around, it almost seems like people are moving at slow motion. And as he writes in another message, he says, "For you, I'd do anything."
I love you, Pips. If you'll truly be fine, can you help this girl?
He nods.
I mean fine, like you're still gonna be here. Like, you're not going anywhere, you're not dying, you're not... Okay.
He nods, a flick of the ear. He gives your shin one last nuzzle before he runs over to the girl. The priestess, and as you kind of take in the crowd around you, it's not just slow motion because your attention was somewhere else. It is super slow. You can see movement from even the priestess is weird.
Over at the cart that Avir and I are at, we're slow-mo just throw it on the ground.
They're going through,
going
attempting
crazy.
to find a single gem, and Pibbs walks up and sits on the chest of this girl. And from maybe 7-8 feet away, looks over his shoulder back at you, and then looks back down. And the world, completely fine, Pibbs disappears. And the girl, after a moment, no eye, completely healed over. But Pibbs nowhere to be found.
To me.
That's where we're gonna end this week.
No.
Oh!